Yes, he is tongue punching the microphone. All right. Now I gotta fucking bring back Winamp. Damn it.
I still haven't heard your valid, solid argument, sir.
Well, we're mic testing. We haven't even started the show.
I don't care. This wasn't about the show. This was about you trying to tell me that you could actually come up with a solid argument as to why Howling Wolf sucks.
All right, gentlemen, take care of it after our fucking opening theme.
Look at you. You was popping all that good shit a second ago. Then you got kicked in your chest.
Lean back. Give me my gummy things. I need gummy things.
It looked like you were fucking... It looked like the DIU TV where the Rusty Razor is had cut you off at the middle.
Nice.
I'm like, what the hell? I thought my computer was glitching on me. Well, let me... If these gentlemen will allow me to introduce everyone to the show.
I'll allow it.
It is 7:10 p.m. Wednesday, August 8th. Yeah, I have lights in my apartment. I'm not Joe. It is 7:10 p.m. on the Pacific Coast, Wednesday, August 8th, 2012, and this is episode number 23 of the Rusty Razor podcast right here on...
I just said 23 in Spanish.
Right here on DIU TV. That's who we are. PDT. And it is August 8th. That means today is Banterman Evan's 33rd birthday, so happy birthday to him.
You mean
Happy
43rd?
birthday.
Yeah, 43, yeah.
Happy birthday, Evan, wherever you may be.
Yeah, he's since he lives in LA now, you know, his time and that he has an actual real girlfriend instead of a pretend one.
Right.
So yeah, he can't be here, but Tommy's here still. And yeah, notice we got a complete shot here. I upgraded Wirecast, and in the previous version of Wirecast, it didn't support my camera's widescreen feature, but now it does. And I was still thinking about keeping I almost said Primo, keeping Tommy.
Keeping Tommy segregated.
Do not compare me to that man.
That man, huh? Keeping Tommy segregated with those people, and actually buying a new webcam for that. But I got a trip coming up, and it was just money I couldn't afford to spend.
No, this works fine.
Yeah, yeah. I think it does work.
Yeah. 3 large men, we all fit.
Yeah.
Plus, I like being close to you.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is for the next 10 or so minutes, and I say 10 being like 10 to 10:48. We're going to show you the reason why you should watch our sister show on DIU TV. And this, ladies and gentlemen, happened just a couple weeks ago. And when we return from this, these two will have, seriously bantered about whatever the hell they were bantering about.
About the quality of Howling Wolf's music.
Right. So, we'll be back.
Lurch, DIU TV. Always repping for the underground NCT. The closest you'll ever get to a BB. Now every Sunday, watch DIU TV. Lurch, DIU TV. Always repping for the underground NCT. The closest you'll ever get to a BB.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We only got 10 minutes left. We got 10 minutes left, and we got two dartboards to get to.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there's a dart in the board.
There's the board.
How about we just do this? Because I'm sure Diesel doesn't even know what number goes to which one. How about we just have him pick one number, and then we'll have to pick another number.
Okay.
So you got 1 to 20. No, you're not looking at the list. You're picking a number. You don't get to look and see what torture you get. Get the fuck out of here. 1 to 20.
I'd probably choose 8.
8?
Yeah.
Lurch reverses. So Lurch is gonna do the dartboard to pay.
Alright, wait.
He picked 8. That's what it says.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
I'm not making it up.
So I gotta pick a number between 1 through 20, right?
Yes.
I pick 8.
No, you can't pick
You
the same
can't reverse
number.
yourself.
But what did he reverse back to Diesel?
No.
No, it says Lurch reverses, so it goes back to you again.
So it means that you have to do the dartboard pain.
Okay, hold on. 1 through 20. Let's see if I remember the list.
You gotta mix it up, man.
Let's go with lucky number 13.
Wire brush across the body.
Ooh! Like, I haven't done that one before. Ooh!
Get up, Diesel. Actually, we'll switch over to his camera. Because it's a little bit better. Yeah,
There you
you
go.
can see it.
Brush?
No, you're supposed to do that to him.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to do it to him?
Yeah, no.
Oh. I'm confused.
Damn it!
I thought it reversed.
Alright,
It
you
is
guys gotta
reversed.
move
You are
over.
supposed to
You
do
guys
it.
are
He's
way
supposed
out
to
of the
do it.
shot.
Okay, so you're supposed to do it
You gotta get in the camera shot.
No, you're supposed to use the brush and scrape the arm.
Alright.
Yo, get in the shot. All this is your arm.
Lurch, yeah.
That's better.
Alright.
Ow, that fucking hurts.
Why did we put that on there?
Oh, wait, yeah, because I picked it for free now. Alright.
Pick another number.
No, you can't pick 8.
Yeah, you can't pick 8 or 13.
So you basically fucked yourself.
1 through 20.
I'm gonna have to choose number 6.
He dances to a random song.
Oh, hold on, I got
Lurch,
this.
you got the random song?
I got this. Oh, come on, internet, don't fuck up on me here.
If not, I got one, so.
No, if I get my internet up and running, I know the perfect song.
Well, if you don't
My dance is gonna be fucking funny.
Gonna break dance?
It's not like our internet.
I don't know why.
It's because your computer has herpes, dude, alright?
Dude, that fucking
Every
light
time you use
stunk.
your laptop, you always have problems. It's because you have herpes.
It's only here. You never had a problem with the
I've
internet.
never had a problem. Never.
Don's never had a problem with the internet. It's your fucking laptop. It's like everybody else is having.
He watches
good
too
internet.
much porn. That's the problem. His computer is infested.
Do you
with
still watch
STDs,
porn
okay?
on
Who
that?
doesn't? No, I use my brother's computer.
You got something?
Oh yeah, I got the perfect song.
You don't let the pen down. Just dance.
Alright, are we all ready here?
Listen to the deacon.
By the way, I picked this song from a top 10 list AJ did a while back that we laughed at the choice on it.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking buffering. Really?
Alright, I got the other random song.
Okay. Oh, this is great.
It's fucking Napoleon Dynamite. I'm the asshole. It goes. Looks like a fucking chicken now. I learned my lesson.
No, you gotta keep going to something.
This is actually good exercise.
That's actually good exercise to go.
I got lots to learn.
Wait, I got one. I got one.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
Alright, Lurch, I got the next one.
Oh, okay, go.
What's his head?
I got the perfect part to it. It's like
Dave says in the chat room, I'm so clipping this and using this on. Let's raise it. Yes.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm just getting tired, man. Look at this.
Fist bump, fist bump. He's crotch chopping.
I gotta stop. I'm gonna fucking die if we keep doing this.
23 with this clip.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, dude. I gotta shake your hand. You're a great person.
That was awesome.
Oh, thanks.
That was great.
That was great. That really was.
Oh, you can sit down now, dude.
That was great.
Oh my gosh. I just found this soundboard and different fucking songs. I'm like, ooh.
That's fucking. That was well worth fucking. Not doing the dartboard of pain for how long?
And thank God my internet just kicked out now after all those songs.
That was. Honestly.
Just gotta be Dave.
What do you think that's the name, Dave?
Go ahead, Dave.
Go ahead.
Anyone from this day forward who watches this episode and claims that Lurch is the gay one is wrong.
Yes. And there goes the strobes.
So, what do you think of the dance designated one?
Awesome.
He said that?
I'm surprised he
No, he
didn't.
hung up. Just that.
I'm surprised he didn't call in with Macho Man.
Wait, do you call
It's all right, man. That was the first time I think we ever had random dancing. Dancing to a random song.
And no one can ever compete with that now. We have to retire.
That completely destroys your fucking Cotton Eye Joe and everything.
Oh yeah.
That dancing to a random song is now retired.
Just one thing.
What?
Fuck the dancing at the festivals I go to, but that dance was awesome.
Dude, you were all over the place.
Wiped out, man.
No.
He's gonna sleep good tonight.
Yeah. That's true. And anyone at YouTube watching this, don't even say anything. You go fuck yourself at the cat.
Yes!
Fuck you bitches.
This is so going on top.
Tommy Lurch, G-I-U-D-V. Always reppin' for the underground and CT. The closest you'll ever get to a BB. Now every Sunday, watch G-I-U-TV. Tommy Lurch, G-I-U-D-V. Always reppin' for the underground and CT. The closest you'll ever get to a BB. Now every Sunday, watch G-I-U-TV.
This program is uncut. It contains strong language and some adult situations. Viewer discretion is advised.
I couldn't believe that shit. I really couldn't.
Tommy Lurch, G-I-U-D-V.
All right. So we're back, right?
Yes, we are back.
We're back. We have finished our argument. We are going to agree to disagree.
The way any argument between you and me ends, we agree.
Pretty
to disagree.
much.
Yeah.
All right. Now that you've seen the reason why you need to tune into Lurch and Dom live broadcast Sunday nights 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on DIU TV. Let's go ahead and start our actual show. And we've got a lot to cover. And if these two get into another debate, then it'll just be longer.
All right, I won't debate anything.
Skype is up. Give us a call, 203-437-7442. You can be a fan of us on Facebook, facebook.com/RustyRazorPodcast.
Just lie back and take it slowly.
Yeah.
Be gentle.
Yeah, like I said, you are watching us on DIUTV.com if you're watching us live. If not, you should be watching us live. I'm not even going to advertise Don't Blink.
What's up with that?
Who knows? Rich and the Angry Pirate, go to youtube.com/TheRealDoItUp.
Stress on this period.
Yeah. Ask DIU TV. Go to, on the left side of the webpage, go to Ask DIU TV. Click it. You can ask any of the three of us any questions or any of the guys on the Lurch and Dom live broadcast.
Don't Blink is done for now.
Thank you, Dom. I've already put a strike through on that, so. So, yeah, if you go over to the left side of DIUTV.com, click on Ask DIU TV, and you can ask any of us questions. You could also ask anyone on the Lurch and Dom live broadcast any questions, and especially AJ, because AJ is no longer referred to as Freakout. I had actually had this struck through all week, but apparently OFNR... Huh?
Who's AJ?
AJ from the band In the Red. He's one of the guys on the Lurch and Dom live broadcast now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he doesn't watch... he doesn't support.
Yeah, honestly, I've never sat through a whole show. I've watched maybe the last half hour.
You kidding me? He doesn't even sit here through our show. He just kind of zones off. He's like tacos.
I take naps, small naps.
He's awake. When you can sit here and see Primo going like this, with his eyes open, he's asleep.
A little bit of drool just coming out. Just a little bit.
Apparently, OFNR's back on the air. So Mondays. Bagman's Nation of Decimation. Wednesday, Ron Zombie's Wrestling Wednesday nights with Lurch. I actually got to remove the Tuesday one because that's no longer on OFNR. Thursdays is Chaos, and each of those shows begins at 8 p.m. Pacific. 8 p.m. Eastern, my bad. 5 p.m. Pacific. You could also go to OFNRstudios.com, New Media Evolved, ActionFigureTherapy.com, BlackRoseMinerals.com, Indie Entertainment, BakingBad.com, LargerThanLifeRockstar.com, and Lurch is a random news retriever. And yes, Lurch did bring us some stories, so we have to play his theme.
Are you going to do 3 minutes?
We have discovered something new here on the Rusty Razor podcast, and that is that LifeSavers Gummies is the official olive branch of all conflicts.
That it is.
I think the Israelis and the Palestinians need to just get a few bags of this, and it'll be all over all the conflict.
I don't know. I still say a few hundred crop duster planes filled with chronic smoke.
Right.
And magic mushrooms. Throw them down in the care packages.
Right.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
That's what Dave was hearing the whole time, right?
All right.
So if I want to become an Olympic boxer, I just have to learn how to fall down a lot.
Yeah, and you need a corrupted Middle Eastern referee.
As long as I fall down forward.
Yeah.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, and try and shoot double legs on him during a boxing match.
He forgot he was boxing and not MMA.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we're gonna get MMA in the Olympics. I'll shoot a double leg on him during a boxing match. And then Thanksgiving. This one might be more toward Primo's liking, but I'll ask Tommy as well. Did you see the Grindhouse?
Yes.
Remember the fake trailer for Thanksgiving?
The Grindhouse. Is that another movie, or are you talking about Grindhouse?
I'm talking about Grindhouse.
Okay. Yeah, I saw it.
You remember the trailer for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Eli Roth is making that into a full feature film.
Are you fucking serious?
I am dead serious. I'm like,
nice.
yes. Yeah. So that would make the third fake trailer that has been made into a movie.
Fucking Bear Jew is making that movie. I love Eli Roth.
Yeah.
What? So the third trailer?
And Hobo with a Shotgun.
That's from there?
Yeah. It was actually a limited release. Like, I think they only showed the trailer
Theatrically, right?
Yeah. But yeah, they
special edition or something.
Yeah, but they made that into a movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You saw the movie?
I've seen it. Yeah.
That fucking movie's awesome.
It's crazy. Yeah.
In fact,
I didn't know it was from
our opening theme. Our opening theme, which is, you know,
Look at you.
Except
you
for this.
popping all that good shit a second ago, then you got kicked in your chest.
This is the hospital theme. Yeah, that's the theme from the hospital when fucking I can't remember their names. Grinder and
the two kids with the leather jackets, right?
And the steel plating and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's when they went and, yeah, that's what that's from.
Okay. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't like it at first. It took me a while to get into it, but I got into it.
Well, you just don't like them damn foreigners.
It's a cheaply made movie, you know.
Yeah.
It takes some time to get used to it.
Yeah. I would have loved Machete if it was a really, really cheaply made movie, but I loved it anyway. And we're going to the midnight show of Machete Kills. We gotta get everyone together again.
Yeah.
And go to the same theater up in Vista, make a little bit of a drive, go up to the
Vista, dude. I don't like going up there.
Why? There's a whole bunch of white people
too many white people.
Yeah, that they don't laugh at all the fucking racist jokes because they think they're going to offend anyone. And you got 4 Mexicans and me in a movie theater laughing our asses off when they're calling all the Mexicans parasites.
If you're in Vista and I'm living in Oceanside, I might have to join you.
Yeah, me and Tommy actually, because I wanted to see Machete again, and he wanted to see The Expendables, so we actually went and saw the both of them at the drive-in.
That's an awesome.
Yeah, it was a really awesome double feature with
nice.
Del Taco.
So, Tommy, did he put up?
No. Just gave a handy.
Just a handy. Okay.
Squish.
It was better than nothing. I just kept thinking, I know I'm going to go home and jerk off, and it's got to be better than that.
Tengo miedo.
Nice.
All right. Getting into our news.
Wait. I got my pre-news bet that I got to make with you.
Claro.
That I was telling you about yesterday that I had a bet for you.
Oh, yeah. Tommy didn't tell me about this. He wanted to keep this a surprise. So what's up?
All right. So there's been some talk about Mr. Tim Tebow. And one of the seems to be the half the people are for it, half the people don't think it's going to happen, is that he will rush for 500 yards and score 5 rushing touchdowns. And I was trying to think the only person...
Primo was just about to say I thought he was a quarterback.
Yep.
Oh, he is.
Fuck you, Dave. How'd you know? Reading my mind again. I'm reading my diary, haven't you?
That was a mind meld right there.
Yeah.
But no, he is a quarterback, but he's a backup quarterback on the Jets, and they're going to use him in the Wildcat and have him run a lot.
No, he got fucking... They gave him the heave-ho when they picked up Forrest Gump.
I thought he was like one of their best players.
Not anymore.
He was until they picked up Forrest Gump.
Wow. That was cold. They just threw him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You got us to the playoffs. See you. Yeah. We're gonna bring on this guy who just got off a broken neck.
He broke his neck?
Yeah, that's why he missed all of last year.
That's awesome.
So anyway, I figured you're the only person that might actually be willing to take that bet with me, and I'm willing to go either way. So whichever side you want to go on.
Why would you bet if you're gonna take one side or the other? That sounds like James. That sounds like James's idiot friend at the fights. He just wants to fucking bet.
That dude, yeah.
I do. I just want to have a bet.
That's retarded. No, I will have no part of this, sir.
Make the bet, Dave.
No.
How will he
Make
rush
the bet.
as a quarterback?
He was like, if you saw his college playing, he was pretty good at blasting through the line.
Yeah. All right, I honestly don't think he will.
Neither do I.
Fuck. You're the only person I thought that might actually want to take the bet.
No, I don't think so.
So no 500 yards, no 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe 5 touchdowns, but definitely not 500 yards. I think they're going to use him like fucking the fridge, like they used him in college. Fucking goal line, just power it through.
Is Ladainian Tomlinson still playing?
No, he retired.
He retired.
Yes.
Without ever accomplishing.
Oh, what about
Not ever fulfilling the hope that San Diego had for him.
Right.
Like
What?
every other Charger player.
Who's the quarterback that signed the one-day contract with the Chargers and then retired?
Oh.
Eli? Or one of the Mannings?
No. This was actually this off season. Like a couple months ago, he's like, I get to play, and then he went to one practice. He's like, I'm done.
Why? What was his reason?
Pussy. I don't know.
Yeah, this guy.
He doesn't like San Diego weather.
Basically, as I like to call
No.
it.
He was a pro. He played for another team. I think he was like a Seattle guy, wasn't he?
He probably just realized he's never going to get a ring playing for San Diego.
Right.
Well, no. He was never good. He's always been a backup. Okay. And so he signed with us, and he's a young guy, 28, 29. Signed with us, and then the next day retired. So yet another great quarterback retires a Charger.
Went to one practice and said, I'm done.
Did he get any money out of that?
No.
Okay.
He probably got paid like $350.
Well, yeah, because it was training camp. I think you get like $80 a day.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
That's apart from their contract? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. I thought you guys were going to continue on with that a little bit.
Oh, no, that was it.
Give me just a second here.
For some reason, I really thought you were going to take the bet, and you didn't.
Very disappointed today in both of us.
Apparently. All right. All right, cool. That's done. Awesome. All right. From Connecticut via Lurch. Clerk calls customer honey, gets punched in the face. Newington.
Okay.
Newington police arrested a man they said became angry when a store clerk called him honey and then punched her in the face.
Wow.
Just before 5:30 p.m. Monday, police were called to a 7-Eleven on Willard Avenue after someone called 911 reporting the assault. Now, that's a lot. That's one thing I did not see an abundance of my last trip to Connecticut was 7-Elevens.
No, what do they have
No, I didn't see. I think I maybe saw one, but they
have convenience stores.
They got not really. They're not as densely fucking, not as densely,
Yeah, because there's fucking a ton of 7-Elevens.
There are 56 7-Elevens within 10 miles of where we currently are.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Not as many where I live, but
yeah. Well, you got fucking
You got mini marts.
Yeah, you got mini marts and fucking drug stores, which would be correct. Which would be correct.
That's outside of the liquor store.
Yeah.
Technically a store.
I've got one within walking distance from me too, down the stairs, about 25 yards that way. The unidentified clerk told police that the customer, who was identified as David Wright, 52,
those Davids,
all the cool guys are named Dave, of Burgundy Hill Lane in Middletown, questioned the cost of the items, and when she told him the price, she called him honey. The customer told the clerk that if she called him honey again, he would punch her in the face. The clerk then questioned Wright's intentions, and that's when she said he reached over the counter and punched her in the face. Another customer in the store grabbed Wright and threw him out. The clerk was able to get his description and partial license plate number on the vehicle. With the assistance of the Middletown Police Department, a Newington police officer was able to locate and arrest Wright. He was charged with breach of peace and assault. He was released on $5,000 bond and is expected to appear in New Britain court on August 13th. Now, me and Primo, we were talking about something similar to this the other day.
Were we?
Sort of, where I'm going with this. About how people who the people who staged the kiss-in at Chick-fil-A, not Chick-fil-A, but at Chick-fil-A, it's almost a form of sexual harassment.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what I think this is. She was calling him honey. She was making unwanted sexual advances toward this person, and he warned her. She popped him in the face. Or he popped her in the face. Right.
How is calling someone honey an unwanted sexual advance?
He warned her.
But then it said she questioned his intentions. What does that mean?
She probably called him honey again.
Yes, that is exactly what I read.
Called him honey again?
Yeah.
What I'm reading.
Honey, what are you talking about?
She
Bap.
goes, honey, this is $1. And he goes, look, if you call me honey again, I'm going to punch you. And she looks at him and goes, honey. And he fucking hit her. That's exactly what she deserved.
AJ is saying she wanted his dick.
She wanted the cock.
And he was gay.
It's still assault though, right?
Oh yeah. He punched her in her face.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's you've seen Way of the Gun, correct?
I have not.
What? No. Blasphemy!
No.
You were taking it home tonight.
It's on Netflix, I think.
I also have it on DVD, but if it's on Netflix, watch it.
You're not leaving tonight until you watch the first 5 minutes.
Like, okay.
I've seen the first 5 minutes. He calls.
Andy played that ridiculously fucking religiously at work.
He calls Sarah Silverman a cunt or something.
Shut that cunt's mouth before I come over there and start her head.
Yeah. Never seen the whole movie.
No, they do an interview where they're trying to donate sperm, and Benicio. No, was it Benicio or was it Ryan? Oh, Ryan Phillippe says, why is it that oh man, I fucking forgot the line.
Fascinating radio.
Moving on, we'll cover it during we'll cover it during break. I'll find the scene.
But does that seem reasonable to you that someone gets pissed off because they're being called honey?
I think it sounds reasonable that if anyone calls you anything and you give them fair warning, tell them exactly what's going to happen if they do it again, and they intentionally do it again to see if you're going to do it, then yeah, you do it.
You deserve to get hit.
If I were on that jury, I would be the one that pisses everyone off because I would be voting non-guilty the entire time. There is no argument that would make me sway any other way.
Well, then you wouldn't be a suitable juror. They probably would have weeded you out before it got to that point.
All right, I would have lied my way onto the jury.
Nice. America, fuck yeah. Lie your way onto the jury.
All right. Got another one here from Lurch. This one's actually got a video attached to it. So I got to set desktop presenter, which means I've got to start desktop presenter, which means I've got to wait for this video to come on before I start desktop presenter.
So, Tommy,
and
I dare you to go down to 7-Eleven and call the guy honey.
Just call the guy honey?
Just walk up to him and say, what's up, honey?
No, not like that. Like, how much is this, honey? Or, hey, honey, how much is this?
But that isn't the video or the story. The story is him calling me honey and me giving him a warning.
Then so you giving him a knuckle sandwich.
I want to see what he would do.
But what's the bet?
He didn't bet you. He dared you.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't fucking do dares. I'll do bets. Truth or dare?
Dare. All right. So, apparently this family's had their... oops. God, I fucking completely just fucked that up. I moved the window that I just set up. All right, here. You gotta love this show. You really do. If not for the content, just for the fucking bloopers. It is a 3-hour outtake reel. You know, let's just call it what it is. All right. Apparently, this family's had some issues with their property, and that's not the right one. All right. Hold on.
Those concussions are catching up to you, Dave.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking, I know they are. I definitely know they are. Oh, that's the wrong split screen. That's why. Split screen presenter. There it is. So yeah, check this out.
Hi, I'm Greg Proops, and this is... Excuse me, hey. Oh, it's fine. I'm just doing a show here, you stupid ape. Go to the story. Oh, that was fine. Use it. I don't do second takes.
I personally think that anything we can do in 30 seconds is funnier than what that dude just tried to pull. Maybe I'm biased.
It's like we're numb. This has been so weird.
Mary Ellen Steffen says it was scary enough when someone crashed into her home back in April. We're told that driver had some sort of medical emergency. The Steffens have lived on Baldbitter Drive at the end of Pimlico Parkway for more than 30 years now. They say this was the first time anything like this has happened. They thought it would be the last. But about 1 month later...
Actually, we got a dreaded knock on the door at 3 o'clock in the morning. My husband jumped out of bed and said, "Oh no, not again."
This time, they say a driver crashed into their brand new car parked on the street.
Started having people say they wouldn't want to live in our house, and things like that made me feel bad.
Just the other day, it happened again.
A knock on the door?
Here and stopped about 15 feet, I'm figuring, from my front door. And then we figure he backed up, and then he went out that way and left the scene.
The Steffens are now pushing for some sort of change.
Guardrail or something right in front so that if somebody hits there, that it'll just not do any damage to our property.
I'm proud to say today's installment of Odd News was merely wires and lights in a box. Good night, and bye-bye.
One, whose bright idea was it to hire that fucking guy? He's never been good in anything he's tried to do.
Yeah. You know, conspicuous by her absence.
What?
Tina has yet to join the chat room.
Did she say she was going to listen? Put a guardrail. Isn't that her responsibility as a homeowner to like put up a fence or some shit?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. City ain't paying for your shit. Who are we calling?
He was not good, and whose line is it anyway? He sucked.
I don't even know who that guy is, but he's sucked at this, so I'm assuming he's sucked in everything else. See the Jeopardy music.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 61997143225 is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
You just turned off the
Recording,
TV.
you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Well, while we bring back up the TV that Primo just turned off. Hey!
Why you no answer?
Guess who's not fucking in the chat room and watching the show like she said she was going to be? Oh, sure, you can go out with AJ, Lurch, and Dom, but no, you can't watch my show. That call was excellent. Thank you, Skype. All right. Back to where we were.
So, that doesn't look... It doesn't seem unreasonable that people would crash into that house because it's on a straightaway. It's like a T-junction.
That's not a crossroads, it's a T-junction.
Okay, and just for the chat room
See,
purposes, there's a big difference between a good show and someone being shitty on a good show. He was shitty on a good show.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Chat room.
Oh, there she is.
There's an argument in the chat room that they're saying, I said that he's never done anything good. The argument was, whose line in it is it anyways? A good show. I agree it's a good show. He still sucked on it.
Yeah, I've never seen that show. So.
Oh, it's pretty good. You should watch it sometime. Yeah. Just hopefully you won't like him in it because I think he sucked donkey nuts.
What the fuck are you doing there?
Wayne
That
Brady.
sounds gross.
Mandy Ramsey allegedly
Someone scratching their balls.
That's the guy whose chin looks like a balls. Mandy Ramsey, 35, allegedly told authorities that when a deputy tried to pull her over for speeding, she did not stop because she was driving topless. The arrest report states that when a deputy in Marion County attempted to pull a speeding pickup truck over on Saturday, yes, I did just call you. The vehicle allegedly turned onto another street and sped away. The truck ran a stop sign and nicked an oak tree in the process, according to the Gainesville Sun, but the driver kept going. The deputy lost sight of the truck, but ultimately a sheriff's helicopter located the vehicle parked behind a mobile home. The passenger side mirror was broken and an oak leaf sitting on the remains. Authorities found that the truck belonged to James Woodard, who said, something wrong with the feed. Are we still good for everyone else? I'm watching the chat room. The only thing that would be wrong would be the sound. So if everyone can still hear us.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hola.
Hello.
Bien.
AJ left again. Okay, cool. Dom says we're still good. So. Hey, Lurch. Welcome to the chat room. Authorities found that the truck belonged to James Woodard, who said that he had not been driving within the past 2 hours. Though media sources are reporting that Woodard is Ramsey's boyfriend, Ramsey's Facebook page, where her name is listed as Bobby Smith, listed to as married. Officials later found Ramsey at her home swimming, according to her Facebook page. There, deputies say she admitted that she had been driving, claiming that she had been driving topless and hadn't wanted to be pulled over while half naked. Ramsey, a teacher's assistant, claimed the reason she was driving topless was because she was on her way to surprise Woodard. What? You're like someone to drive fucking...
That is a damn good woman
fucking
right there.
titties hanging out and just coming to surprise me.
Why can't my fiance listen at the right time?
She was arrested for fleeing and eluding law enforcement and was later released on $5,000 bond.
Yeah, there's something else going on there, I'm sure. There has to be. It's fucking, or she's just stupid.
I'd almost say stupid.
Stupid.
Stupid. Everyone drives around topless.
Alright. Yeah, that's...
The first of Tommy's stories coming up.
Not really a story, just a little something.
Okay. Let me adjust desktop presenter so we can...
Oh shit, aliens.
Watch the video.
Yeah, I thought you might actually see. I do nice things. As much as we disagree, occasionally I find something I think you might like.
Tommy brought us dinner.
Tommy brought us dinner too.
Yeah. Is that soda out here or no?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
It's not out here. It's in the kitchen.
Okay, that was what I asked. Was it out here? I know it's here. You poured me a glass.
In the place, in the house.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think we disagree that much, though. Just occasionally we have a big...
Just on the stuff we truly believe in. All the non-important shit we agree on, but when it comes to the real stuff...
Mysterious crop circles appear in Washington wheat field.
They appeal to what?
It could very easily be the beginning of some sort of rite of passage amongst the many farms in Lincoln County. Every year or so, a new set of crop circles has mysteriously appeared in one of the county's wheat fields.
It's a winter wheat.
And the latest victims are Greg Geib and his wife Cindy.
So I guess this year it was our turn.
It was last Tuesday the crop circles were first spotted. Easily noticeable from nearby Highway 174 a few miles north of Wilbur.
We had aliens attack us.
Wilbur!
I guess that's what you want to call it.
Aliens always seem to be the ones blamed when these things show up.
I don't know for sure.
The Geibs like to joke around that they were responsible as well, but in the likelihood that it was done by some pranksters instead, Cindy can only guess who.
They had to be fairly young, in my estimation, because it's a long ways out, and they had to
fairly young compared to you? That's a lot of room.
Smash it down.
Greg is getting ready to begin harvest next week. Combine's ready. This 5-generation wheat farmer says there hasn't been much harm done. Just more of an inconvenience when he comes up to that section of wheat.
You just kind of brush it off. You don't think too much about it. There's not really a whole lot of,
That's
can
a
be
good
done
fucking
about
man,
it.
dude.
But
Any
the mystery
other
still
American would be
remains
trying to sue
why their
someone.
farm was targeted and who might have done it.
Or hang himself
At
a
least the
Mexican.
family farming this wheat is being lighthearted about all the attention it is now bringing.
It's just amazing.
And the idea of who could also be out there.
At least it's far enough away from our place that hopefully they don't end up here someday.
I think it would be kind of cool if it really were aliens, you know? I think it'd be pretty cool.
The bitch needs to be abducted.
Fox first at 10.
Yeah. So, wow, is that Bob on the knob? It's Bob on the knob. And Tina's gone. Figures.
It's flighty.
So anyway, just a quick video on more crop circles. Fun stuff.
Do you know if those have been disproven or not? I know.
No, they said there was no bent or broken.
I've heard that crop circles can be made by humans. Like they've gone out and tested it, haven't they?
It's possible, but again, they say usually it's got to be, to use a nice Joe Rogan term, someone pretty fucking crafty, because in order to do it, you can't break any of the wheat as you're walking out there.
Oh, that's right.
And that's very hard to do. This one, they said there was no broken wheat.
I'm God, and bitch you not.
So they've disproven all the ones where you can find a path to the area,
Okay,
but
yeah.
there's still some where there's no path. It just, there it is.
I need to
There it is.
brush up on crop circles because I've done some investigating into aliens and stuff, but never crop circles. And Joe Rogan just had a guy that was talking about Sasquatch fucking on the podcast, and the guy just sounded full of shit. I didn't buy that at all, but But yeah, crop circles. I've never really looked into it too much. I watch science.
Well, I think they're interesting just because coming from at least a minor farming background, I know the difficulties of trying to walk through a field and not bend or break anything.
Tommy sends us another story. DJ ejected from a minor league game.
Yes.
Now, did you want to read the story? Do you want to go through it? Do you want me to do it?
I don't think we really have to go through it.
All
I can
right.
probably just tell the story.
Go for it.
As it is.
DJ?
Minor League Baseball. A DJ is playing a song, the Three Blind Mice song, and apparently the umpire does not like that song, and the umpire ejected the DJ. And the rest of the game, the crowd would yell out the names of everyone as they came up to bat. The crowd did all the announcing.
The announcer and the DJ are the same person that plays the music?
This is the minor leagues, dude. There's no money for two.
Oh, okay. And the umpire can do that?
The umpire can
Apparently, he did it.
kick out anyone in the stands.
Mm.
Anyone in the stadium.
Really?
Anyone.
Wow, I didn't know that.
There was a story that
watch a lot of sports.
that I covered a long time ago where the umpire actually ejected all the fans.
All the fans?
All of them.
This was Major League? Or
No, this is minor league. No, Major League. You're not gonna be able to fucking throw 40,000 people out of a building without a riot.
The umpire has in the majors too has the authority to do that, but umpires tend to want to keep their jobs, and since the owners decide who keeps their job and who doesn't, they don't do it.
So they're what are they called? Not shadow puppets, shadow kings or puppet emperors, something like that.
Diesel, to answer your
get the
question, it
gist.
got up to 97 out here in El Cajon today.
And yes, I get the gist of what you're saying, and yes, pretty much. They have some power. They have the authority to do anything. They only do this much because
to exercise the full extent of that power would remove them from the position of power.
Right.
That sucks.
You guys banter for a second, please.
I suppose I could banter for a little bit. Banter.
Froze up like a deer in headlights.
I don't. It's odd that we could argue nonstop about anything until Dave says, "Could you guys banter?"
If you just don't say that, just go fall silent, and we'll just keep it going. But if I actually say, "Can you guys banter?" Then I'm like, I don't want to talk.
Yeah, I asked for a little. I asked for a little bit of this, and I get this.
Okay, USA.
All right. Another one from Tommy. This is good. Pentagon tells employees to stop surfing for porn.
Go ahead, sir.
It appears the Pentagon has more exploding missiles than we thought. In a memo that went out last week, the Missile Defense Agency... I usually don't include the first line in there. I usually don't include the article's first fucking quirky line, but that was pretty good. In a memo that went out last week, the Missile Defense Agency asked employees to please stop engaging in, quote, inappropriate use of the MDA network.
Question. How can anyone take the CIA seriously when Pentagon memos are being made public to the... So that's a internal memo that went out to the Pentagon. And we have access
WikiLeaks.
Yeah, how the fuck... How secure is that shit?
Well...
Does that make sense? Or?
Yeah, no. It makes perfect sense.
Like reporters digging through the trash or what?
Quick piecing together shreds.
if it was like the CIA, wouldn't they like burn all their trash? Or
I think that the CIA just needs to understand that we are red-blooded American men.
American.
Anyway. AKA surfing for porn. Specifically, there have been instances of employees and contractors accessing websites or transmitting messages containing pornographic or sexually explicit images. You can barely hear us? Well, guess what? We did mic check before we came on, and, well, everything was fine, so Lurch's computer just sucks. Dom, thank you. Let's see. Yeah, it's not freezing a lot. See?
Dom said it was okay, right?
Yeah, Dom says it's okay. And the thing is, that's why I keep the stream going, because I'm always looking at the stream as we're feeding it to make sure we're all right. Primo is a little low now. So apparently you need to start talking like this.
I need to drop the voice.
Okay, cool.
Well.
Although it would seem like a no-brainer that using highly classified computers to log onto a site like Pornhub.com probably isn't a good idea. Employees apparently needed a little reminder to keep it straight on company time.
Well, here's the worst part about it. Not only did the story leak out, it leaked out so far they even knew the name of the websites being used.
Free advertisement for Pornhub.com.
Yeah, that's a good one, by the way. Better than YouPorn.
Is it better than James's Gay Porn X2?
Oh, it's got to be. I don't know.
You were there for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't watch gay porn, so I'll leave that to James.
The number 4 most viewed website on his computer is fucking gay porn.
I didn't know this had a video.
Yeah.
I wasn't intending it as a video, but...
Yeah, I noticed it had a video, so I marked it as video.
Okay.
So let me set it up.
If this sucks, I apologize. I didn't know it had a video.
Do you read these stories before you...
This was one I just
Tommy
thought,
just surfs Pornhub at work and sends me the fucking cast-offs.
I thought it would be interesting to quickly go through the things and just... Because it's information to put out there.
The video's only 1:41, so we can...
It's not too bad.
Yeah. So we'll go back to the presenter. Okay, I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Go!
If there's one universal rule for saving on the things you buy, it's to avoid buying them new. From cars to clothes to books, you can easily save 50% or more just by buying used.
But no matter how much you crave a bargain, there are certain things you should never buy used. Let me give you some
Hookers. Condoms.
Ew.
Hamburger wrappers.
No, that can be good sometimes.
examples. First example, cribs. There have been so many crib
Dave.
recalls, it's hard to know if what you're buying is safe.
Brielle's crib was brand new, and we'll probably be buying another one for the new one.
No, I was saying for the future. This right here was just for your future kid. Don't buy it used, sir. Buy it new.
Same with car seats for kids. If you don't know, say no. Here's another safety device, best bought new. Helmets, both bicycle and motorcycle. They could have damage that isn't visible. Don't scrimp when it comes to protecting your head. And then, of course, there's laptops. Has this thing been dropped? Did someone spill coffee in there? Getting these things fixed.
Did someone
isn't
download
cheap,
a bunch of porn?
Not a good use purchase. The same logic applies to video cameras. Portable, sensitive, and tough to repair. If you can afford it, new's the way to go. If you've ever stayed in a hotel, you've slept on a used mattress. But still, buying one? I don't think so. It's not that you don't know where it's been, it's that you do. You'll find used shoes at pretty much every yard sale and thrift shop. The problem, they may have conformed to someone else's foot and caused problems for yours. Bottom line, while many things in life are better bought used, you got to draw the line somewhere. Here's where to draw it. Where the issues are safety, hygiene, or the risk just simply isn't outweighing the reward. I've got a list of more things you shouldn't buy used. See if you can add to it. It's waiting right here at moneytalksnews.com. I'm Stacy Johnson. Tips.
All right, that was good. That covered some basics. I just thought a little information for our viewers on something maybe shouldn't buy used.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't buy used. Just saying.
That just, since it concerns used things, it just reminded me of, I guess Craigslist is coming under some heat because they changed their privacy policy, and now, like, I guess when you post it on there, they own the post. So it prevents you from posting stuff elsewhere or sharing the link elsewhere. Yeah, and there was one other thing that I don't remember exactly what they were doing, but I don't know. I didn't put it in my articles, but yeah, Craigslist coming under some heat.
For you movie snobs, Vertigo topped Citizen Kane in the greatest film of all time.
When? By who?
Story out of London.
Why don't you read this story, sir?
Because I'd have to fucking bring it up full screen and magnify
I forgot.
text like 2,000 times.
Blind Primo.
Yeah, Blind Primo.
Orson Welles' Citizen Kane no longer enjoys the moniker of greatest film of all time.
That is fucking blasphemy.
A plot that is held for 50 years. The movie has occupied top billing in the British Film Institute published magazine Sight and Sound's once a decade International Critics Film Poll since 1962. But that crown, according to Sight and Sound's 2012 survey of 846 movie experts, which he was not one of them, who participate, has now passed to Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. Made in 1958, the psychological suspense drama first entered the Sight and Sound poll in 1982 in 7th place, 2 years after its director died. Hitchcock died in 1980? I didn't know that. I know he's been dead for a while, but I didn't know...
Yeah, he lived quite a while.
I didn't know that he died before I was born.
Well, I thought he had died before.
Yeah, I don't know. Largely ignored by critics for most of his career, its rise in the poll is a testament to how Hitchcock's reputation has steadily increased over time. Starring Kim Novak and James Stewart. Jimmy Stewart was in Vertigo? I didn't know that. Vertigo trumped Citizen Kane by 34 votes this time around. It was 5 votes shy of Kane 10 years ago. And 1941's Kane, second in the survey, also missed out on the top spot in a separate poll of 350 film directors from all over the world, of which he was not one of them, including Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino, Francis Ford Coppola, Woody Allen, and Mike Leigh, whose survey chose Yasujiro Ozu's Tokyo Story as its greatest. The critics' poll, first conducted in 1952, marks the magazine's 7th and its most ambitious to date. We're going to skip way ahead here.
We can go ahead and skip.
Here's the top 10. Here's the critics' top greatest films of all time. Vertigo at number 1. Citizen Kane number 2. Tokyo Story at 3. La Rage des Jeux number 4. Sunrise, A Song for Two Humans number 5. 2001: A Space Odyssey is number 6. And I'm about to draw some heat on this.
Why?
I've never seen it.
Oh, because you've never seen it?
Because I've never seen it.
It's fucking glorious. You need to watch it.
The Searchers, number 7. Man with a Movie Camera. 8. The Passion of Joan Arc, number 9. And 8.5 is at number 10.
Nice. Is that the end of that story?
That's the end of that story.
Okay. Vertigo's a good movie, but I don't think it's as good as Citizen Kane. But I'm probably biased because Citizen Kane is definitely one of my favorite movies. And the first time I watched it, we still had Netflix, and it was when you had the DVDs mailed out to you.
Yeah.
And I got it, and I watched it 2 times in a row. And then I went to sleep, and I woke up, and I watched it again. That's the only movie I've ever done that with.
Wow.
So, yeah. But it doesn't surprise me because just because it had such a long reign at number 1, you know. I know I have heard people talking shit about it. In the past few years, it's kind of gone down in popularity, but I still think it's. I don't know if I would call it the best movie ever made, but it's definitely top 3. And
Dave, double audio. Double audio. Echo, echo, echo. I'm echoing?
Echo?
I am? Well, hold on a second.
Okay.
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 Well, okay, those last couple was because I was listening through to the feed, but weird. Dom is saying double echo. Knob is saying not to him. And the couple with where I put the microphone down, those were done on purpose because I turned on the I don't know. Maybe I should say every word twice.
You did see Clockwork Orange, right?
Yes.
What'd you think of that?
I dug it. It was one of the basic premise stories I love, which is the dehumanization of a person.
You're twisted.
Yeah.
No, but 2001: Space Odyssey. I think you'll love it even more.
Okay.
If only for the soundtrack, because I know you like classical music. 2001 is, I think, it's definitely over 2 hours. I think it's a long movie.
Okay.
And in all of that time, there's maybe, I think it's 13 or 15 minutes of dialogue.
Wow.
The rest is music.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I got to watch it.
Yeah. It's a really amazing film.
Dave's got a little turgidity going just thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm a little turgid.
You're like 3/4 correct.
All right, Primo stories.
Oh, I saved these a long time ago.
Wow.
I just pulled them out.
I think this might be a little dated.
Well, no. I saw no. I saw another story about this this year. It was this year. Okay. But then I googled it and I found this article. So
100 best ever teen novels.
Actually, I want to see something quick. Oh no, I don't want to.
See if you can listen to it. Or?
Oh yeah, I was seeing if there was a.
The player should pop up. Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to be able to pull it from 2005.
Well, let's give it a shot. Hopefully.
From NPR News, this is All Things Considered. I'm Melissa Blau.
And I'm Michelle Norris with another item to add to your list of worries. A college student in Los Angeles has built a device that can hack into a cell phone or a wireless PDA from as far as a mile away. His name is John Herring. He goes to the University of Southern California, and he calls his invention the Blue Sniper Rifle because it attacks devices that use the wireless technology called Bluetooth.
There's been a lot of security problems with Bluetooth in the past, and the manufacturers of Bluetooth have discounted these security problems due to the inherent short range of Bluetooth of at maximum 100 meters. Well, what we've done is created a device that allows us to connect to another Bluetooth device from over 1.12 miles, thus the Blue Sniper, which enables us to essentially attack a phone or transfer any type of data at a long range.
Attack a phone. What exactly does that mean?
Typically, when a hacker or someone who's trying to exploit data from a mobile phone, what they'll do when attacking Bluetooth is actually exploit a vulnerability in the software, a problem or a flaw that's within the software from the manufacturer. And then after they've taken advantage of that problem, they'll be able to access any of the data on the phone without any intervention whatsoever. They don't require passwords. I mean, basically, it's free reign.
John, back to this rifle. How exactly does it work? How can you stand in one place and aim it at a building or at an individual a mile away and actually attack, or I guess you could call it hack into their Bluetooth device?
What we've done is added a custom external antenna which passively amplifies the signal and allows us to transfer data at a much longer range. What we're able to do is scan for all devices within range of our equipment, take a database of statistics and basically run that against our software and check how many phones are vulnerable and essentially take an assessment of what the current state of mobile security is.
What kind of information came back to you?
Well, essentially we were able to pick up within 20 minutes or so probably 250 Bluetooth devices. Now out of those 250 Bluetooth devices, I would say a smaller number of those were actually vulnerable, but with Bluetooth, with any device, whether it's vulnerable or not, if you aren't cautious about where you use it in public or if you keep it in non-discoverable mode, someone could physically track you, use it as a tracking beacon against you.
But for the small number that you say were vulnerable, does that mean that you had access to someone's phone list, their daily schedule?
Whenever we are working on these tests, we never access anyone's data. We're simply assessing the vulnerabilities and what's possible. It would be illegal to actually access someone's data. Now, in our own labs with our own equipment, testing all of these phones, we definitely go through and perform the entire exploit and are able to retrieve the data from these phones, including SMS messages, voicemail passwords, phone book contact information, camera phone pictures, the list goes on.
So in the lab, you were able to determine that you can actually get this information.
Yes, exactly.
If you did it, but out in public, you essentially find the open door, but you don't walk through the threshold.
Exactly. We're here to help the general public and help secure
All right, I
these
just
problems.
gotta say, they have said
problems.
essentially like
right
30 times already. It's really,
line, but you're not
I can't
crossing
listen
it.
to the
So
story.
you think that you're not breaking the law here?
Essentially, we're not breaking the law.
It's definitely something that, like you said, if someone wished to go forward with that last step of exploiting the software, it definitely would be within the realm of cybercrime.
Thanks so much, John.
Thank you.
John Herring is a student at the University of Southern California and the developer of the Blue Sniper Rifle. A good entrepreneur, he's also co-founder of a company called Flexilis. In response to our story, the Bluetooth Special Interest Group says it takes security very seriously, and it encourages users to take an active role in securing their own equipment.
Essentially.
For more information on the Blue Sniper Rifle and to find out how to keep your Bluetooth devices secure, visit our website, npr.org.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how much real-world application there is there, I mean,
essentially, there could be an endless amount of real-world applications.
Well, I mean, I was thinking how they would. I was thinking of how they would apply that to military use or actual, I guess, on a grander scale of politics or worldwide politics or worldwide intelligence. Because I think the military still uses like satellites, right? They don't. I don't know.
Well, what they could do essentially is point it at the cave that they're living in and try to listen and steal stuff.
I guess they could steal from the computers, right? If they have, I don't know.
Essentially, yes.
But aside from that, like you can track people. Like I mean, if there was because I don't think we've seen like a really high-tech serial killer or high-tech sniper or something like that.
Right.
You know, that uses technology to his advantage like that. Like, I mean, if you could just go around, walk down the street or, you know, steal people's information and then track them down to their houses and just, I mean, those possibilities are kind of endless, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I don't know, I often think, like, who wants your random SMS messages, you know, or who really wants your, unless it's like credit card information or something like that, like who really wants your
if you're an idiot and you keep your credit card information in your cell phone, you deserve to have it fucking stolen.
Probably.
I do mobile banking on my phone.
But you don't keep your credit card information on there.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't keep it in a fucking file that says, this is my credit card information. Okay,
No,
Tommy's an idiot.
I don't.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
All right. Next story for Primo.
So
actually, yeah.
This guy basically just built this, right? Out of like...
Yeah.
With his college's money.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can you read that?
Sure.
If you start here with this long word, it says A.
A. Cave. In northern Spain that previously yielded evidence of Neanderthals as brain-eating cannibals now suggests that prehistoric humans ate their greens and used herbal remedies. A new study of skeletal remains from El Cidrón cave site in Asturias detected chemical and food traces in the teeth of 5 Neanderthals. 5. I almost said live. Tartar samples from the 50,000-year-old teeth revealed microscopic plant starch granules which had cracks indicating the plants had been roasted first. Further chemical analysis revealed compounds associated with wood smoke. Starch and carbohydrates in the tartar show the Neanderthals ate a variety of plants, but there were surprisingly few traces of meat-associated proteins or lipids, fats. Not only did our extinct cousins prefer grilling vegetables to steaks, they were also dosing themselves with medicinal plants, according to a team led by Karen Hardy, an archaeologist. Are you an archaeologist? At the Catalan Institution for Research and Advanced Studies in Barcelona.
Catalan.
The cave dwellers' diet was found to include yarrow and chamomile, both bitter-tasting plants with little nutritional value. Earlier research by the same team had shown that the Neanderthals in El Cidrón had a gene for tasting bitter substances. We know that Neanderthals would find these plants bitter, so it is likely these plants must have been selected for reasons other than taste, probably medication. It fits well with the behavioral pattern of self-medication by today's higher primates and indeed many other animals. So further proof that even though we're decades separated from our ancestors, we haven't changed all that much. A lot of our basic patterns and genetic urges are very much the same.
I believe the unit of time you were looking for is centuries.
Oh, right. Decades. I said
We're decades separated from our ancestors.
Well, we are. It's a lot of decades, but it's still
Hey,
decades.
Mom, you're an ancestor.
But they're
she's
making
dead, so she is.
assumptions and passing it as fact.
Right.
I said they're making assumptions
They
and
are
they're
making
passing it as fact.
Yeah.
I fucking hate when people do that.
It is-
passionately
Well,
hate it.
that's the basis of science. Science. Nothing is ever actually definitively proven in science. It's only that's the amount of knowledge we have up until now, and we have to make extrapolated, educated guesses as to what the data really means. Because we're as long as there are no time machines and we can't go back and witness it firsthand, this is the best we got. So I think it should be taken with a grain of salt, definitely, because all scientific research should be taken with a grain of salt, because it's always, this is the best we can do, because we weren't there. So that's
maybe they fucking liked bitter plants. You can't just automatically be like, well, because it's bitter, it was medicine. No, some people like bitter shit. I like coffee. Coffee's bitter as shit, but I like coffee.
True, because the bitter, I think they said chamomile. Chamomile actually has some medical use, but again, you're right. They are assuming that they used it for medical purposes. They might have, or they might have just liked the taste too. If that makes sense. But that just makes me curious, because I wonder if they knew, like, cavemen drinking chamomile tea before bed.
That is exactly what I was picturing. It was like a little caveman with his glasses on, reading his stone newspaper. Sipping some chamomile tea.
Yeah. No. The fascination that I have is just how we haven't really changed all that much. A lot of the instruments, the tools that we use, the technology that we have has changed, but as far as humans and our DNA and our genes and our patterns that we engage in as a society and individually as human beings haven't changed all that much, I don't think.
No, food and sex. We're
Yeah.
just cavemen.
Yeah.
It's some old monkey shit.
Yeah, it's some fucking, I love that shit. I love some primal fucking monkey shit. And that's, yeah. But the other thing is, I like right now, especially right now, like paleo dieting is a huge thing right now. People trying to eat the way our caveman ancestors ate. And it's just hilarious, because we don't really know. We don't really know.
I can imagine fucking, Leroy Jenkins out there with a club looking for a cat to beat over the head.
Yeah. So these guys are proponents of like high fat, high meat diets, high vegetable diets, but like no wheat, no carbohydrates, nothing like that. No potatoes, no grain-based stuff. Again, a lot of assumptions being made.
Well, potatoes are white rice. They don't have any nutritional
value.
value.
Very small nutritional value, yeah.
White rice.
Yeah. So that's why I got that stuff.
It's all about the Negro rice.
Do you want to move on, or do you want to continue? You're up here.
No, I think I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Next Primo story. I think this is the one I got to do full screen.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Smart Bomb mouthwash aims to end tooth decay. Okay, dentists are smiling over a new report that UCLA researchers have developed a new mouthwash that might make dental cavities go the way of the dodo bird. For the study published in the November issue of the journal Caries Research, researchers tested a new mouthwash on 12 patients. That's an awfully small study.
Well, maybe they only
30,000 or more to make it an official.
Yeah. You gotta make a fucking actually.
With the,
oh, you know what? Hold on, never mind.
Control group and all that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So after only one rinse, the mouthwash completely eliminated the S mutans bacteria. Bye X-Men. The main cause of tooth decay. The patients were S mutants free for the entire 4-day duration of the study. How does this magic, quote-unquote magic mouthwash work? It uses a new antimicrobial technology known as specifically targeted antimicrobial peptides, or STAMP for short. The researchers developed it with financial support from toothpaste heavyweight called Colgate-Palmolive's. The lead researcher, Dr. Wenyuan Shi, Dr. Yenwan Shi calls the mouthwash a smart bomb since it eliminates harmful bacteria for an extended period of time. But with this new antimicrobial technology, we have the prospect of actually wiping out tooth decay in our lifetime. This kind of goes to like, I have two thoughts on this. One, it's kind of like why self-replicating energy will probably never be a thing, because it'll take the whole gas and oil industry out of business. I mean, we're talking about the whole dental industry being either eliminated or severely cut down, right? If this becomes a thing,
yeah,
a legitimate thing.
There's no money in the cure. There's money in the research.
Exactly. Yeah, cancer, AIDS, anything. And the other thing is like, if you think about just having a super advanced society, like it's just one of those things that sucks. Like one of those human things that you have to take care of. Like you have to fucking take a piss. You have to take a shit. You have to, wash yourself. You have to brush your teeth and clothe yourself and everything.
You don't have to. You should.
You should. Yeah, to be a well-functioning human being and everything. And it's kind of like that, we were promised flying cars at a certain time, and it's like, I think, I don't know, my vision is almost like we're going to end up like brains in jars, because if we keep creating technology that makes us not have to deal with the fact that we're human and that we have to, clean ourselves and do these human things, we keep making inventions and technological devices that take care of these things for us, and so we end up either like WALL-E. Have you seen WALL-E?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone now winds up in this chair just being fat and comfortable. Yeah, fat and happy and comfortable. So yeah, that's another thought. That's like, and another version of that is, we've been around for a long time, as far as from the perspective of one person. In a global or in a universal sense, we haven't been around that long. But I mean, there's certain things like this, like brushing your teeth, that seem kind of trivial, and it's like, if we're so smart, we kind of get past this point already. Wouldn't we have like figured this shit out, so we can focus on more important stuff? But
well, we have evolved from not doing anything with the teeth to wiping them with the rags and then brushes.
Was that a thing? We had at a certain point it was rags. I wonder if we used plants at any point to just like a leaf or something.
Well, I was gonna say I don't know if it was rag. It was some sort of cloth, because in medieval times that's what they used was cloth.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I'd never heard about that.
Imagine brushing your teeth with the fucking pointy ends of aloe vera.
Yeah. Those are your toothpicks. Do you know if they had baking soda in medieval times? Probably not.
That I don't know. I could bullshit and say that I do, but I'm not going to.
Okay. Yeah, well, I never heard about that, the rag thing. I'll look into that. That's good. Anyway, how does this mouthwash differ from all the other antiseptic mouthwashes on the market? Don't they also fight cavity-causing bacteria? No. Dr. She explained to CBS News that the mouth is a true jungle with over 100 trillion bacteria residing in it. But most of the bacteria doesn't cause tooth decay. 99.9% of them are the good guys. She said. But most mouthwash products are broad spectrum, according to she, which means they wipe out all bacteria in the mouth. He compared the effect to how an herbicide kills both weeds and surrounding healthy grass. The Smart Bomb mouthwash targets and destroys S. mutans bacteria, leaving healthy bacteria that help protect teeth. And I think we're done with that story. With the last thing being said, he made the comparison about weed killer and weeds, and I immediately thought, like cancer and chemo. They fucking kill the bad stuff, but they also kill they also make you sick. And
they kill everything.
Yeah, they kill everything. Probiotics too, like not probiotics. Like penicillin kills everything in your gut. And so it kills infection, but it also kills all the healthy stuff that's in your gut. So that's why people take probiotics after taking antibiotics.
About my haircut, Lurch, we decided to try and use a 5-clip instead of a 6-clip, which gave it a little bit shorter than I usually like it. But it's like the old saying, you know the difference between a bad haircut and a good haircut?
No.
2 weeks.
Hey.
Final Primo story.
Dos semanas. Oh, this was just. Can you make it a little bit bigger, please?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Shut up. So, not that much bigger. So, assuming we make it to old age, you're gonna be you have Alzheimer's. I'm gonna be blind, and you're gonna be shaking like a leaf at all times.
No, I won't.
No, you don't have the. No, what was the palsy thing?
He's just gonna have a droopy face and fucking be he's gonna.
That's Bell's palsy, but that went away. No, the shaking hands. My doctor has checked, and he said it will never progress beyond just shaky.
Beyond what you have now. Okay.
Well, no, my hands might shake a little worse, but it's not a progressive disease. No Parkinson's, no nothing.
Shake,
no.
Shake your body.
Well, you'll probably be in a wheelchair because your knees will be gone. Unless we have like bionic knees by then, and then you'll be able to jump higher than all of us.
I will.
Sonora,
bionic
work
knees, a bionic cock, because this thing's got to go at some point too.
So this is just an article that I saw. I just saw this today, actually. It's a Zelda-like game, and it's a Flash-based game that you can play just on the internet in a web browser, and it's called Seedling, a Flash-based video game that you can play on an internet browser. What do you know? It's just about as close as you'll be able to get to The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past without firing up your Super Nintendo. And I don't have my Super Nintendo anymore. So, yeah. This was...
I still do.
Really?
Yes, it's in my... Yes, very. It's still very playable.
Is it buried somewhere?
It's not buried somewhere. I could have it out here in 5 minutes.
Do you have your Nintendo, your NES?
No, my NES took a shit. I got an NES. I got an NES in 1995. 1995.
Wow.
There's one reason I think that I always need to be up on the latest fucking products and gadgets. Not because I love them so much, but because growing up the way I did, fucking poor and ghetto as fuck, I was always like 3 generations behind on video games. I got an Atari 2600 in 1991.
What?
All right.
Holy shit.
I got a ColecoVision in 1992, my first NES in 1995, and I got my Super Nintendo in 1998 because my mom made a drug deal for it.
God damn.
Yeah. This lady wanted to fucking borrow money to get herself some drugs.
Oh, yeah.
So my mom made her fucking put up her son's Super Nintendo and his games for collateral, and she never paid her back. So I got a Super Nintendo on a drug deal.
And how many games?
I got... I didn't get Donkey Kong Country with it, but I got Donkey Kong Country for the equivalent of $2.14.
That game was fucking epic, dude.
Brand new. When Donkey Kong Country first came out, I got it for $2.14. Why? Because a friend of mine wanted money to go buy a 40 of Mickey's. She had the Donkey Kong Country brand new. She wanted a 40 of Mickey's. I gave her $2.50. She gave me the video game.
Not even 50 cents, 40 cents.
Well, it was $2.14, but I let her keep the change. Okay. I gave her $2.02. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. This is where I grew up.
I guess Mickey's was more important than bomb ass video games.
Hey, that's fine. No, I got F-Zero.
Oh shit.
I loved F.
I still have F-Zero.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I got F-Zero, Killer Instinct, and some NCAA college basketball game, which is actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This was
all sports games are cool.
Jam, right?
It was post NBA Jam, but pre NBA Jam for the systems.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. NBA Jam had been out for a while. You gotta remember, I was way behind.
Yeah.
The first like current, like at the time, video game system I bought was the PS2. I bought that the day after it came out, and then I've been keeping up ever since.
I still have my PlayStation 1 that I bought.
Really?
Yeah, I bought it at Costco. It came with Twisted Metal, like 1, and Crash Bandicoot.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, it's called Seedling. It's a Flash-based game you can play on your browser. It's like I said, it's as close as you'll get to Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. So if you're interested in that and you want to play video games without actually having to bother with the fucking console, it's really cool. I've only played a little bit. I just discovered it today. I played for a little bit, and
yeah.
I don't have the controls down yet because it's fucking keyboard shit. But yeah, you play.
You need you can't use a controller? I understand it's in a web browser, but there's no way to configure the input for a controller?
Maybe you can.
Okay.
I don't know. I use the keyboard. I don't have one. Do you have one that hooks up to your computer?
I have 2. If you need one, I have an extra one. I'll give it to you.
I don't game too much.
Okay.
Is it a joystick or an actual controller?
It's a controller.
Oh, okay. Cool.
No, I have my arcade stick, which I use for like fighting games, and you've seen my arcade stick, right? That's a beast. I paid for it, but it's worth every penny to me. Yeah. And then I've got 2 controllers.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was created by a 19-year-old guy named Connor Ullman.
Connor, fucking soccer mom name.
Seedling is an action-adventure game with rudimentary graphics and sounds, the type of game you might have seen on your NES decades ago. You play as a very little boy in a very large open world, hacking and slashing your way through maps and dungeons as you collect items and weapons, Zelda style. And apparently this kid created this in 4 to 6 months. and his intention was to prove a point that he could use Flash for more than just small projects. I think that's all there is to say, really. It's fun if you like video games and you want to play a Zelda-like hack and slash kind of thing. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I do still have my Super Nintendo system.
Punch Out.
But I have everything emulated now.
That's right. You do have everything.
Yeah, I have all the games on my computer and my my old modded Xbox. So.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a YouTuber called the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Yes, I subscribe to him.
He's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I just discovered him this past week.
If you see no episode of that one, you have to see E.T.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen a couple. I've seen quite a few actually.
Yeah.
I found a website called SyncTube.
Okay.
It's kind of like Justin TV or something like that. And I found two channels that I like. One is like 24/7 To Catch a Predator.
Yes.
And the other one is like 24/7 Angry Video Game Nerd and like stuff like that.
All right.
It's a SyncTube. Like it's mostly 4chaners that
24 hours 24/7 of To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
I might have to watch that.
You check it out. It's fucking awesome.
To Catch a Predator. Wait a minute.
And I just saw that show at that time, so it's been like a week since I just discovered that show.
Yeah.
I'd never seen it before. It's fucking hilarious.
Works in order. Work your body like
Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
That's where I know that song from.
Yeah, like as soon as someone had made mention of that song, and I'm like, oh fuck, now it's stuck in my head.
Who sang that song?
It was I think it was Harry Belafonte.
Yeah. That's one thing.
But yeah, and you know, we have our own To Catch a Predator here at DIU TV. That picture looks a lot better in its actual resolution. I don't know why Wirecast decides to ruin it like that.
He's the opposite of To Catch a Predator. Right?
Yeah, he's To Catch a Cougar.
Yeah, no one cares if you're banging cougars. No, not police anyway.
But
maybe the AARP.
Oh no, Lurch! I'm not a dick for that picture. The unknown source of this picture, that's a dick.
Is that Dom or?
That's Lurch.
Oh, that's Lurch?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry, Dom.
Or how about this one? I personally still like this one. Or even this one. This is my first creation.
That's my favorite right there. Because fuck Nick Diaz.
But anyway, that's who we are. We are going to jump into a 2-song music break because we actually got through the news at a decent time. At a decent time, so Tommy doesn't have to leave yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
And so let's see. What are we gonna do? We've got Bad Apple from In the Red and 24/7 from Cymatics. It is 8:41 p.m. and you are watching the Rusty Razor podcast on DIU TV.
Well.
to start now. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's more natural to just freestyle, because that's how you start, you know, developing your own styles. Yes, I am a true MC.
Now if crime pays, I'm getting raw like a craze. I'm rocking mics 24/7 every day. Phrase, old school, head listening to the OJs. In the car, it's cool, living in punk in the days. I'm a nigga like I'm Beverly Mays. My DJ's name is Heath Ray. Blowing up your spot like the man McVeigh. Check the dossier, baby, it's A1 tray. Leaving heads amazed with the ill essay, sharp as a razor blade. Yo, my mentals, this is a melee. Now dig my nouns and verb phrases. Yo, the good old days of sci-fi movies and the mayonnaise. Sandwiches fried up bologna with no mayonnaise. 24/7 on the mic, bitch.
24/7 on the mic. 24/7. 24/7 on the mic.
Yeah, spur of the moment, I can hit you with the okey doke and swell your nose up like Pinocchio was blowing coke. Overdose on raw shit, the hard shit, guard shit. Area 13, the sport I'm with. I'm on the mic 24 hours a day. Even when I kick a freestyle, y'all gon' pay. You gon' learn today. Side mat don't play. Cyborg, Cyclops, cyanide. Okay. Needles on the beat, so you know it bump. Yeah, we about to get this shit poppin' like an open trunk. Yeah, I be drinking while the homie here rollin' skunk. UFO in the night sky, you know it's us. Holding bus and every swagger in the game. Serving all these fuckers like I'm handling the cane. Damaging your frame with the left and the right. Yeah, 24/7 on the motherfucking mic.
24/7 on the mic. 24/7. 24/7 on the mic.
Making it rain like this was the cabaret. Going through my words than Roger. Shock tops, yo, fish fillet. Don't fuck with the GODs. You get ate up like a parfait. I start a revolution like I'm Chase. Swinging little bar case. Screaming ole, ole. You silly bitches, yo, are easy prey. Mayday, mayday. Got your whole crew caught up in the 13 melee.
I'm at in the place to be seen, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Half Asian and half Caucasian. Bitch on the side, I call her white rice. Yeah, I'm nice. Fuck your whole team. Bounce to AZ, you link with 13. Homie, these words mean I kill you twice. You know it's 24/7 on the motherfucking mic.
24/7 on the mic. 24/7 on the mic. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7 on the mic.
Yo, talk, please.
Hello.
This is the
Hello.
What is it? The
Well, why am I
Rusty-
hearing myself?
I don't know.
Well, why am I hearing
because
myself?
that's not muted.
I
Is it
don't
muted?
know.
I think you got the volume. That's not
No,
muted.
it's
I don't know.
muted.
Oh, it is.
All right.
Who fucked up?
That was weird.
Huh.
Is it gone now?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
I'm trying to fucking.
So the Rusty Razor podcast.
There we go.
I'm
There we
Primo,
go.
That's Dave. That's Tommy. And
I had a soda on my lap, and I didn't exactly get the mouse back in time.
okay.
Tommy's head.
We're still on break. No.
Rusty Razor podcast.
Hey, Lurch, how you doing?
Hi, this is Lurch, and I would like to make a comment about the funny pictures about me.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying, if it wasn't for them funny pictures or the dumb shit I get myself into, DIU TV would be more dry than half the old bitches I fucked.
Hey, Lurch.
Wow.
Can I ask you something, Lurch?
No, he just hung up.
Oh, he hung up?
Yeah.
Answer in the chat room. What do Nick Diaz's lips feel like? Are they soft and pillowy?
Is it thug life? Is it hard to come?
Did you have to hold him down?
No, he was willing. Come on now.
Are you gonna help the man buy a house because he doesn't have time to do that between his weed smoking and training? Oh, yeah, that was good.
Thank you, Lurch.
Wait, what? Okay.
What's going on here?
What?
What's going on?
No, I was checking something real quick.
Check 112.
Right.
Check 211.
All right, it's time for mixed martial arts. UFC 149, Faber versus Barao from July 21st.
That happened already?
Yeah, we watched it, and it sucked. From the Scotiabank Saddle Dome in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. This was the one where the prelims definitely kicked more ass
I
than...
remember watching Faber. Uriah Faber?
Yeah.
Itchy balls.
I think.
You didn't come over for that one?
I don't think so.
That was at James's.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you did. You've come over for 2 events in the past couple weeks, and one of them was at James's, and that's when we were discussing something. We were discussing something. No. We were discussing something that we mentioned earlier today, and you're like, yeah, we were discussing that over at James and Jill's house.
Okay. I'm going to take your word for it.
All right.
Because my memory is failing me hardcore right now.
Well, hold on. I'm pretty
sure if I saw Faber fight, I would remember.
I didn't watch this one.
Well, then it had to be you.
It had to be me?
Oh, wait, well, I don't know. Now I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I have spotty short term and you have concussions. So
yeah.
We're a terrible pair here.
Maybe you didn't. I'm thinking maybe you didn't now. But I did watch this over at... I
honestly don't think I
No, I bootlegged this one. I watched the prelims here, but I bootlegged this. No one ordered it because it was a suck-ass card.
So you didn't go to James?
No, yeah. I didn't go to James and Jill's.
See?
Okay.
Trying to fucking total recall me.
My bad. Quaid. Antonio Carvalho defeated Daniel Pineda by knockout via punches a minute 11 in the first round. Brian Caraway defeated Mitch Gagnon with an RNC a minute 39 in round 3. Got him fight of the night. He got both of them fight of the night for $65,000.
The crybaby that doesn't want to fight.
What?
Isn't he the one on Tough Enough to I don't want to fight.
You know what? I'd have to go review that season. Ryan Jimmo defeated Anthony Parash KO via a punch 7 seconds into the fight. This was, it was one of those situations where they came out, they touched gloves, and the way that that Parash was kind of defending, you immediately thought to yourself, dude, if Jimmo just wanted to step in and nail this guy with one punch, he could put him cold, and that's exactly what he did.
The record is?
He tied it 7 seconds.
He tied it?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
So he's up there with Dwayne Ludwig and he fights at 145. Chan Sung Jung for the fastest knockout in UFC history at 7 seconds. Obviously, it got him knocked out of the night for $65,000. This was Ryan Jimmo's UFC debut.
That's what I was about to ask. Did he get knocked out of the night?
Yeah, he got knocked out of the night. It was his UFC debut, and he wins his 17th straight fight. He's 17-1, and his last loss was February of 2007.
But this is his first in the UFC, though.
This is his first victory in the UFC.
Okay.
Francisco Rivera defeated Roland Delorme, knockout via punches, 4:19 in the first. Nick Ring defeated Court McGee by unanimous decision, 29-28. This was absolute bullshit. McGee used Ring as a punching bag for all of round 2 and all of round 3. I'm thinking this was a hometown decision because Nick Ring is Canadian. Dana White says, yeah, he had it Court McGee 29-28. Matthew Riddle defeated Chris Clements with a standing arm triangle choke, which was fucking awesome to watch.
I want to see that.
A minute 25 into round 3, it got him submission of the night, $65,000. James Head defeated Brian Ebersol, split decision, 29-28, 28-29, 29-28. Ebersol ends his 11-fight winning streak. His last loss before this one was to Hector Lombard in September of 2008. In what should have been a really good match, it wasn't. Czech Congo defeated Sean Jordan by unanimous decision, 30-28 and 30-27 twice.
Yeah, you said it wasn't a worthy card.
It was a boring. It was a boring fight. The Czech Congo was supposed to originally face Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, but he's still recovering from the broken arm Frank Mir gave him.
Nog or Big Nog?
That's Big Nog.
Big Nog.
There's no way Czech Congo could make 205. Yeah, this fight was pretty much clinched against the cage for the majority of the 15 minutes.
I fucking hate those
tap,
fights.
tap, clinch, tap, tap, clinch.
Yeah.
And the referee never separated them. He just
Who was that?
Eve Levine. And
Oh,
Dana
you
White
told me about
Dana White lit him up in the post-fight presser. and you remember because Primo was over here and he watched the Fox card, the one that happened, the one we're going to get to next. Primo's like, "Oh, do they have the post-fight presser on Field TV?" I said, "Not with Dana White's language."
Did you ever get that working? Because we were.
It never went up, and they did make some announcements that it would have been really cool to hear. But we'll cover those.
Okay.
Tim Bosch defeated Hector Lombard by split decision, 29-28, 28-29, 29-28. Hector Lombard came in with all the hype in the fucking world.
Really?
Known destroyer, had won 20 straight, and had a 25 fight unbeaten streak. He had a draw in 2007. His last loss was to Gegard Mousasi in 2006. This dude was a fucking wrecker. And he comes in, and he didn't even look like he wanted to fight. He didn't want to engage at all. He didn't fucking, come forward or anything.
Maybe he was injured.
There was no excuses. He didn't say he was injured. It was, I don't know. Absolute horrible debut for Lombard. But, and Bosch is now 4-0 since dropping down to middleweight.
Yeah, because he's been, I know he's given kind of spotty performances before.
Yeah, when he was at 205, he was spotty, but he's put down Yushin Okami, who used to be the number 2 consensus middleweight. He put down, who else did he put down? I can't remember who he put down more recently than that. And now he puts down, the consensus number 3, Hector Lombard.
Yeah.
So now he's in the talks for a possible title shot after one more fight against Anderson Silva. And he says, I can submit him.
Fuck.
And Tim Bosch was a big 205er. He's big at 185.
I like when the big guys drop down.
Yeah. And
that's an interesting competitor for Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
And kind of out of left field too.
Because fucking Tim Bosch was like nowhere even involved in any sort of fucking ranking competition until recently.
Wow.
And in the main event, Renan Barão defeated Uriah Faber unanimous decision. 49-46, 50-45, and 49-46 to win the UFC interim bantamweight championship. Barão wins his 19th straight and extends his undefeated fight streak to 30.
God damn.
Faber, to his credit, broke his rib in round 1 and lasted all 5 rounds.
Was it an obvious break?
It was. You could totally tell something was wrong. It wasn't as bad as Dong Young Kim and Damian Maia, but
that's is that 2 losses in a row now?
That's no. Well, Faber defeated Brian Bowles to get his title shot, but it looks like Faber is looking to probably go back to the back of the line as pertains to the bantamweight division.
Yeah.
2 title shots, 2 losses. Same thing with Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
All right.
Too bad I like the kid.
Yeah. UFC on Fox, Shogun vs. Vera, August 4th from Staples Center in L.A. This was a really good card. For being free all over the place, it was really good. John Moraga defeated Ulysses Gomez by knockout via punches and elbows, 3:46 into the first. Manny Gambirian defeated Michihiro Omigawa by unanimous decision, 29-28 twice and 30-27. Phil DeFries defeated Ole Thompson with a face crank, 4:16 into the second round. Ronnie Yaya defeated Josh Grisby with a north-south choke, 3:15 into the first. Phil Davis and Wagner Prado went to a no contest because Wagner Prado got poked in the eye.
What is a face crank?
A face crank, think of a rear naked choke.
Okay.
But you're pulling the face all the way like this.
Your opponent's arm isn't up here like a
no,
rear naked choke.
No, like your opponent's arms are still free, but
Okay.
you've pretty much got him across the jaw and pulling it. Like a neck crank is actually higher and you pull him like this, but a face crank you're kind of just taking his jaw away from his face.
So you're using his jaw for leverage.
Right, and it feels like you're about to pop his head off.
Okay, gotcha.
Nam Fan defeated Cole Miller by split decision, 29-28, 28-29, 29-28. Mike Quick Swick defeated DeMarcus Johnson, knockout via punches, a minute 20 into the second. Knockout of the night for $50,000. This was Swick's first fight since February 2010. Joe Lozon defeated Jamie Varner with a triangle choke, 224 in round 3. Fight of the night, $50,000 for both. Submission of the night, $50,000 for Varner, or $50,000 for Lozon rather. And Joe Lozon now breaks the four-way tie for of the night bonuses. Joe Lozon now owns 11 of them. 6 submissions of the night, 4 fights of the night, 1 knockout of the night.
Yeah, it's a lot of green.
Yeah. Lyoto Machida defeated Ryan Bader. He's probably thinking that's his name, the way he got knocked out. KO via punches a minute 32 into round 2. Yeah, Bader deserved to be knocked out the way he put his fucking face forward like that.
Unexpected. We were both rooting for Bader.
Yeah. Machida earns a title shot against the winner of John Jones, Dan Henderson, which will be September 1st. Mauricio Shogun Hua defeated Brandon Vera TKO via punches 409 into round 4. Awesome fight.
Amazing fight.
Back and forth war. Vera would not stay down until at the very end when he just couldn't get up anymore. Was in trouble most of the fight, but kept himself in the game.
Got in some good hits, too.
Yeah.
He rallied back, but he couldn't finish.
Yeah, and his ground game needs some work because me and Primo and Joe Rogan are all sitting there watching the fight. It's like, dude, he could step over into full mount right now.
Yeah, he had quite a few opportunities, actually, and he never took full advantage of them. So.
But, I mean, in a losing effort, it was a pretty good effort.
Yeah, it was a hell of an effort. I think I mentioned while we were watching the fight, I was like, this is probably the best fight I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, and I said I think it's the best fight that's been on since Shogun Hua versus Dan Henderson.
Oh, really?
Wow.
The
5-round war that they both went into?
Yeah. No, I thought you had said that it was the best fight like since Fox on Fox.
Oh yeah, it's been the best fight on Fox. Period. But I think in the UFC it's the best fight since Shogun Hua and Dan Henderson.
Oh, okay.
All right. Dana White at the post-fight press conference after UFC 149, he said that Lombard versus Bosch fight was horrible. He said Lombard should probably fight at 170. He made 185 easy. He's short and wide, but I think he can make 70, and 70 is no joke either. 70 is a very tough division. This is one of those things. The guy was on a 25-fight win streak. A lot of hype behind him. People have been talking about him forever. Guys that fight in other organizations end up in top 10 rankings, and it's a whole other world over there. Again, another comparison to how if you fucking get all sorts of wins, you come to the UFC, it's not a guaranteed thing.
Yeah, that'd be like, I mean, it's the same as like Alistair Overeem coming back and just kind of pulling Anderson Silva and just dancing around his opponent.
Right.
I mean, he knows with his physique and his skills, he knows, and we all know that we're there to see him fucking smash faces.
Yeah. We're there to see the Uber knee.
Yeah. Uber knee. Yeah, we want to fight, not fucking clinched and held up against the cage for 5 rounds.
Yeah.
3 rounds or however long it may be.
John Jones is motivated to break Tito Ortiz's record. And what record are we talking about?
Wow.
The current light heavyweight consecutive defense record. Number 1, Tito Ortiz, 5 defenses between 2002 and 2005. Number 2 is Chuck Liddell. He has 4 between 2005 and 2006. And the current champion, John Jones, is at 3. UFC light heavyweight champion John Jones is already considered by some MMA pundits to be the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So how does one find motivation to improve when at just 25, some suggest you're already one of the best in your chosen profession? Tito Ortiz and digital video recorders. Quote, one of my primary goals right now is to top Tito's record, so that pushes me. I'm big on setting goals, and that's one of my goals. DVR also pushes me too. You get knocked out, and that's on TV forever. I know that I have to be at my best. End quote.
Nice.
Very good, very good.
In the shocking surprise story, I was really fucking blown away by this story.
Really?
They were always wondering who's going to face Daniel Cormier, the Strikeforce Grand Prix heavyweight champion in Strikeforce, because there's only going to be one more heavyweight fight in Strikeforce, and it's going to be Frank Mir.
Are they going to shut down Strikeforce?
Yeah, they're shutting down the Strikeforce heavyweight division. All of them are moving over to the UFC.
Okay.
USA Today Sports confirmed with UFC and Strikeforce officials that Frank Mir has agreed to meet Strikeforce Grand Prix winner and former 2-time Olympic wrestler Daniel Cormier, who is undefeated at 10-0. In the co-main event of September Strikeforce, Melendez versus Healy fight on September 29th at the Power Balance Pavilion in Sacramento. Quote, there's been a lot of speculation as to who Cormier would fight next, and this is the fight that makes the most sense, Dana White said.
Really?
The reality is Cormier is one of the best heavyweights in the world. He just won the Grand Prix, and he beat Josh Barnett. He needs to fight opponents of that caliber, and Frank Mir is that guy. And according to Dana White, convincing Frank Mir to go fight him in Strikeforce really wasn't that hard to do.
Wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think Frank Mir probably doesn't have too many fights left in him. What do you think? I think last time I saw him, he was looking pretty slow and a little bit sloppy.
Oh, JDS made him look like an idiot.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't
know, man.
I think I think the 2 years that he was out with the motorcycle injury was probably two of the best formative years that he could have been fighting, and now those are gone.
He could have been dominating for those.
Yeah,
years.
he was UFC heavyweight champion when he fucking got injured, when he got in that motorcycle accident.
Right. And I'm actually not aware how severe it was, but it was pretty bad, right? Because 2 years.
He was out for 2 years.
Yeah, so it had to have been pretty severe.
Yeah.
And I imagine he never came back like 100%.
No, in fact, his first fight back was against Brandon Vera, and he lost.
Yeah, it's kind of like Brock Lesnar and that diverticulitis.
Yeah.
You don't come back 100%.
Yeah, I think Mir is like the aging veteran in any athlete. He's still good. He's still gonna put up an entertaining fight. Is he contender caliber anymore? Probably not. But he's still good for a fight. He's still a name that people like to watch. You could put him against the up-and-comers or maybe some mid-level guys and still get some good fights out of him.
But putting him against Cormier, who's, you said, undefeated?
He's undefeated, and he won the Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix. He defeated...
to me, he seems a level above Mir's capabilities.
Well, I think it's probably to help hype up Cormier because...
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Opinions on the fight?
It's going to be a good fight. I can't wait to see it.
I think it'll be a fun
You got a really, really strong, powerful wrestler and a good striker against a really great striker and one of the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude broke Nogueira's arm. All right, so here we have a little bit of an interview with the most drug-tested athlete in the world, or so he claims.
Because I am the most tested athlete in the world right now. So, and you can see I'm still 265. I'm still heavyweight. I'm still going strong. As my sparring partners in the gym, I'm still kicking ass. So in that sense, everything's good.
How are you using this time off? I mean, obviously, I know you prefer to be fighting, I'm sure, but how are you taking time off? Or
I can tell you something. I have not had time off since 2004. That year I had two.
I was actually just waiting for him to say 2004.
1000.
Yeah, Alistair, that the microphones that they used for this interview really kind of suck. So I'm not gonna play the best. I'm not gonna play them all. Play it all rather.
On the subject of Alistair Overeem, what do you think would happen if he got? Because he's obviously gonna get tested again before he fights. Even if they reduce the sentence.
Actually, he had a test recently and it came back clean.
Okay. What do you think would happen if he didn't come back clean again?
Fired.
This is his one chance, basically.
Yeah, he would be fired from the UFC, and I think he would have his license completely stripped by whatever athletic organization tested him.
A nice, fun foreign fighter.
Yeah, he'd have to go back, try and find some work in Japan while Japan's fighting.
So I think what happened last time is he got his cycle timing wrong. And he was thrown off by the shit that was happening with his mom. So
probably
whatever. So he didn't handle his cycle properly.
Well, it was also a little bit weird how fucking he happened to miss a drug test for his Brock Lesnar fight.
He did?
Yeah, he wasn't here to take a drug test. He was in Holland. And that's when the whole his mom thing happened, and and that's when they had to reschedule the drug test. It's like,
I found out something about steroids that I didn't know. I found an interview from a guy that a convicted drug dealer because steroids are drug, but he was convicted of dealing to Olympic athletes, and he had an interview, and apparently there are certain medications with certain steroids that you can take that actually mask. There's masking agents that mask the amount of testosterone or the amount of the chemical in your bloodstream for when they test. I didn't know they had that capability. I didn't know you could take a pill and it masks the amount or whatever. So that I was just thinking about that because I remember Overeem took off to Holland when supposedly he had a test. So I'm like, did he go see his steroid guy and try to get something? Did he try to get some pills to cover it up, or did he try? I don't know what he did, But yeah, I learned a few things about steroids that I didn't know, and so yeah. It's crazy. It's like bath salts. Do you know bath salts?
Bath salts. Watch out for the zombies.
So bath salts, the chemical structure has one basic chemical structure, and then they add on smaller compounds. So it changes the structure of the chemical slightly. So it has one chemical structure, and they release it to sell it. The FDA, let's say the FDA actually finally does their job and catches up and makes it illegal. All they have to do is take that one molecule, move it over a little bit, and now that's not illegal. Now they can release that version and start selling it.
Yeah.
And so the steroids work the same way. You take a little molecule and you move it around, and all of a sudden they can't detect that anymore. It's a whole different, it's a different.
It's a different compound.
Yes, different compound. So guys that use steroids basically just have to have a good chemist.
Yeah.
Because certain things are just they haven't developed tests for it yet.
Huh.
So yeah, not to I don't know how I got off into that rant.
I don't know. You wanted to talk about steroids.
Well,
Alistair Overeem. Horse meat. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Overeem pops up. The first thing I think is steroid monkey.
Why's he got to be a monkey? Freaking racist.
That's just a term for people that use steroids.
Yeah, he just happens to be black.
Anyway,
he happens to be black.
Happens to be Dutch black.
He's actually British.
Is he British?
He was born in the United Kingdom.
Oh, I thought he was born in Deutschland.
No, he wasn't born in Germany.
Deutschland
is Germany.
So Holland.
Yeah, Holland, the Netherlands.
The Netherlands. Ah.
Yeah, it's a common mistake because the people from the Netherlands are Dutch, but Deutschland is Germany.
German. It's like Greenland, Iceland.
Right. This one came out today. Anderson Silva possibly moving down to middleweight or welterweight. He's already a middleweight.
I don't give a fuck about that guy. Fuck that guy.
Here's one way to solve the UFC's 185-pound problem: have the champ vacate the title and move down to 170. That's apparently a move middleweight kingpin Anderson Silva is considering now that the list of contenders in the weight class he's owned for 6 years is less than appetizing.
Who are those competitors?
Chris Weidman, the winner of Michael Bisping and Brian Stan's up there. Tim Bosch.
Hadn't you mentioned that Michael Bisping could possibly take him out?
I think Michael Bisping could take him out.
I think we had talked about that.
Yeah. But yeah, but this is a Dave Meltzer fucking thing, so it's kind of taken with a grain of salt.
Gotcha.
Roy Nelson. Well, Roy Nelson's making some huge accusations right now.
Oh, really?
Shane Carwin and Roy Nelson are the coaches on the upcoming season of The Ultimate Fighter. The two have a bit of a storied past in the media and seem content to take pot shots in interviews on Facebook or on Twitter. Roy Nelson, a couple days ago, fired off a strong accusation at Carwin, quote, "Why wait till December when we could see if we can get on the fight at UFC 151? Is this enough time to cycle off?" Wow. That's a pretty good way to draw some heat. Nice. Accuse someone openly of using steroids.
Wow.
Now this next story I find funny. This past Saturday, the UFC was at the Staples Center, which is the home of the Stanley Cup champion LA Kings. Well, the UFC's official Twitter account wrote on there, quote, "We got a VIP ticket with Lord Stanley's name on it for the UFC on Fox at Staples."
Who's Lord Stanley?
That's the Stanley Cup. It's the informal name of the trophy.
The whole
No, he's saying, hey, we got a seat for the trophy because it's where the trophy is in the building.
Okay.
Well, the Kings, their official Twitter, replied, quote, "Sorry, the cup is only for those who play a real sport."
Oh.
This was deleted and replaced with something a little less peculiar with, quote, "We may be busy parading our big shiny trophy around the world." Now, I'm going to readjust Desktop Presenter because this picture and the line that follows is it was a pretty awesome display by the UFC. The UFC puts in, and here's the quote that goes with it. It said, "Our checking line is greater."
Very nice.
Yeah.
"Our checking line is greater than your checking line."
Sweet. Did they reply?
No.
No.
That was it.
That's true. Unless those guys have to be on ice, then they might slip. Yeah, they might tip over.
Yeah, I can imagine Alistair Overeem or Junior Dos Santos fucking on ice skates.
Yeah.
All right. There's been a recent poll by Yahoo conducted that what sport Americans,
source.
Huh?
Totally credible source, by the way.
Which sport Americans should think they could be in the Olympics? Well, 25% Americans think that MMA should be included. The number 1 was baseball. Number 3 was softball. Number 4 was lacrosse.
Isn't softball a sport?
Not anymore.
Oh, they took it off.
Yes.
And lacrosse isn't?
And no.
Polo still is.
Yes. Okay. And number 5 is field hockey. Now remember, this survey is which sport is not included in the Olympics, but should be. Okay. Number 5 is field hockey.
Right.
Field hockey is currently an Olympic sport. Fucking idiot fucking reporters.
I don't even know what that is.
It's fucking
hockey played on a field with a ball and goofy like wooden golf clubs sort of looking thing.
In high school, the nickname for it was chicks with sticks.
Yes.
But but men play field hockey, which sounds
so
horrible.
Yeah, it sounds like chicken sandwich.
But I am a firm believer in the baseball one. That's the one that has bothered me as long as I can remember. How the hell is baseball not an Olympic sport?
I thought it was.
No.
Not anymore.
Well, it never was. They gave it a trial period.
Yeah, they gave it one run in the games. So yes, it used to be an Olympic sport.
Oh, I thought baseball was.
No, it didn't count.
It was at the games. It was at one version of the games. I believe it was the Barcelona games in '92. But it was played for a medal. But you have the World Baseball Classic now, which I kind of think is its own good little thing.
I honestly thought baseball was still an Olympic
sport. No, it has no.
So field hockey, the ball, is it like heavy or is it? It's made out of wood, you said?
I don't know.
It's just a ball.
The sticks, they're not like hockey sticks. It looks like fucking like canes, with a candy cane shaped cane.
Yeah.
I'm confused. No, I need to look up on YouTube or something because it sounds totally weird.
Yeah, it really is.
You know what was extremely fun to watch? Sorry not to get off topic real quick though. Women's handball.
I saw a match between Korea and China.
They were smashing the shit out of each other. It was entertaining as hell.
Only handball I've seen is in American Me. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see any of that this year.
Okay. Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
MMA being a sport.
First and foremost, I think this is Dana White. Yeah, first and foremost, mixed martial arts is a combination of most of the sports that are already Olympic sports. But I don't believe in amateur mixed martial arts. There's no such thing. It's bullshit. And I remember where I was going with this. What it is a way for a promoter to not pay a fighter. That's what amateur means. It means I don't have to pay you because I consider you an amateur, and I believe that there is no real amateur mixed martial arts in this sport until the Olympic Committee gets behind it, like they did with the USA boxing and boxing in other countries. I would love for that to happen. The goal was to go into the amateurs, you fight your way up to the top, you win an Olympic gold medal, and then you go right to the pros, and the whole world wants to see you fight. That's the way it always worked in boxing, and that's the way it should work in MMA too. And I remembered where I was going with this. As un-American as this sounds, I hope I really, really hope the U.S. men's basketball team does not win the gold.
Why?
They're uppity. They're fucking prima donnas. They sat there and they said, "Oh, we could beat the '92 Dream Team." They beat Lithuania by 7. And they think that they sat there and they said they could beat the '92 Dream Team. Not a fucking chance.
No respect for
when
that.
when you sit there and you beat a country like Lithuania only by 7, and it was a 1-point game at the half.
In some sense, like, I give them respect just as athletes, just because they're, they're high-paid athletes and they're risking their season. They might get injured or they might get, injured during the Olympics or something. They're putting themselves at risk when, they're putting their big paycheck at risk. They don't play in the Olympics.
They're not playing hard enough to get hurt.
They don't play full.
No.
They don't go all out at the Olympics.
I think that the '92 Dream Team, which was the first to have pro players in it, was a great PR ploy. I think they need to eliminate professionals from Olympic basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. I've always agreed that the Olympics was always supposed to be for non-professionals. If you've ever been paid for what you do, you should not be in the Olympics.
I did not know that. I reserve.
Yeah, an Olympic athlete, usually most often in every sport by definition, is an amateur.
Wow. Shit, I had a question, but it slipped my mind right now.
Okay. Nick Diaz is taking the Nevada State Athletic Commission to court, and he says he wants to fight Anderson Silva. Following a decision lost to Carlos Condit at UFC 143 and a subsequent suspension until February 4th.
Started making out with Lurch.
For testing yeah, that is a good picture to put up for this one. Good idea, guys. I'm glad I have you here to help me with the great ideas for this show. Okay. Now that proper picture's up. He was tested positive for marijuana metabolites. Nick Diaz declared he was done with mixed martial arts. Yesterday, which was actually 3 days ago, his trainer, manager, and mentor, Cesar Gracie, said there would be an announcement at 7 o'clock today. There was. And here it was. Nick Diaz is back. He wants Anderson Silva, and he will be taking the California State Athletic Commission to court over his suspension, which is weird because he fought in Nevada. The future of Nick Diaz. This is a letter from Cesar Gracie. The future of Nick Diaz, besides kissing Lurch in this photo. It's been a trying time these last 4 months, as I have been faced with the prospect that one of our team's most talented fighters had decided to leave the sport. As a fan, I've always admired what both the Diazes brought to the cage, a combination of technical brilliance, raw violence, and stupid thug mentality. I actually added that last part, but... Nate Diaz has finally put his game together and found the formula to propel him to the top of the 155-pound division, which is correct. Nate Diaz is doing pretty good. He actually got the next title fight against the winner of Ben Henderson versus Frankie Edgar, which happens on Saturday. Quote, to see Nick leave at the top of his game was difficult. He didn't leave at the top of his game. He lost. For the last couple months, I've watched Nick begin to frequent the gym more and more. He's training harder now than he has for many of his fights. Well, if you were at the top of your game, then why are you training harder? It was obvious that training and fighting is in his DNA. It is who he is. This week we had a great talk, and he made it clear to me that he is ready to get back to the cage. Nick Diaz will return. Boom, boom, boom. To address the NSAC suspension, I will say that we have appealed to the courts, and if things go our way, it will be plausible that Nick could return as early as sometime at the end of this year. Not happening. For too long, yeah, because this is his second suspension. For too long, NSAC bureaucrats have acted with malicious incompetence toward the fighters. We will challenge them in court. As far as future opponents, Nick stated that he would like to take fights that matter. Since GSP will be fighting Carlos Condit, he has to look elsewhere. He will respectfully ask for a fight with Anderson Silva, a fighter he respects and would like to challenge. Silva's camp has been speaking of a fight with GSP, possibly at even a catchweight. Nick will take that fight in a minute, but has told me that should Silva decide not to drop at all, he will move up to 185 to face the champ, which is funny because he called out Mayhem Miller a couple years ago and wouldn't move up past 173. I will be meeting with Dana next Monday, August 6th. Okay, apparently I didn't see that story. to discuss this and other issues. Monday. This is the story. Nick will be back. If you appreciate Nick's fighting style, please let Dana know that you want Nick back ASAP. Thanks and best regards, Caesar Gracie. Well, in a follow-up interview with Middle Easy, Caesar clarified that Diaz is not angling for a title fight, but rather was a super fight. It's not about the title. We don't want the title. If we're to be at 185, we don't want the title. Nick isn't trying to be disrespectful to all the great middleweights out there. Our camp doesn't want that. There's a lot of great middleweights out there that are in line for a title shot. This is about fighting a super fight. Well, Anderson Silva's camp says, I think the idea of Spider Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz is pretty good. Let's see what the UFC thinks. Well, Dana White said what he thinks. Dana White said, quote, I can tell you this. Theoretically, Diaz and Anderson is not going to happen. That's just ridiculous. Caesar Gracie would have a better chance of convincing me, I don't know, to get hair plugs. Nick Diaz makes no sense. I know that sounds fun. Yeah, throw Nick Diaz in there. If you really look at the thing, Nick Diaz just lost to Condit at 170. So that gives him the opportunity to move up to 185 and fight the pound-for-pound best in the world. In what fucking universe does that make sense? End quote.
Nice.
That would be an interesting fight to see, but yeah, he doesn't get to just
That would probably be the one time I'd be cheering the hell out of Anderson Silva.
But he doesn't get to just jump back in to try to take out Anderson Silva.
Right.
That's fucking ridiculous. And he seems, for all his tough times that he supposedly had,
I'm a thug life in the 209.
He's like an entitled little child.
He is. He's a fucking he's a punk. He's a punk in every non-endearing term of the word. He's a brat. He's a brat. Did I just? There we go.
Splitter.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
One of the connections is.
Yeah, one of the connections just went. All right.
That's all I can ever say when I hear anything about Nick Diaz.
The sound of butt hurt.
Oh, fine, AJ. Bye, fucker. AJ's gone. All right. Here's a.
It's kind of late over there.
Yeah. Here's an interview recently done with Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight champion Ronda Rousey, who will be fighting August 18th in San Diego.
Who is Jean LaBelle?
Jean LaBelle is a fucking well-renowned judo guy.
Oh.
Speaking of Jean LaBelle, also, Steven Seagal went on the MMA Hour, and Ariel was talking with him, and Steven Seagal said that never happened, and he's senile and delusional, and this and that all that stuff that happened on set, supposedly, allegedly, didn't happen. What do you think about that?
But would you ever admit it? A, and B. I mean, obviously the guy's a liar. I mean, he told everybody he taught Anderson Silva that kick. I mean, seriously, the guy doesn't have a very good track record, I'm so mad that he would say anything like that to Gene, like. Yeah. I don't want to give anyone another quote. I'm gonna give you another quote. I would beat the crap out of Steven Seagal, but I bet I could. Hell yeah! You know what? If he says anything bad about Gene to my face, I would be forced to do so. Of course I would. I had to make him crap his pants a second time.
You think his
The story is Jean LaBelle was a coordinator on one of his movies. I think it was like Hard to Kill or something like that.
Okay.
And Steven Seagal thought his Aikido would fucking beat Jean LaBelle, and Jean LaBelle fucking put him in a hold and made him shit himself.
What?
Nice.
That is amazing.
I have hated Steven Seagal for so long. So very, very long.
I watched his movies when I was a kid. But
are you ready to get back to this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
any of his talk in MMA, any of it
happened. This is the best part of besides the actual interview itself. This is like the best part right here.
Wee. What the fuck?
You think his like
high?
Any of his
she does hang out with the Diaz brothers.
Is real? Do you think he's a legit force?
No. It's Aikido. I mean, Aikido's cool, but I mean, like, who in MMA does Aikido? Who has an Aikido background? So-and-so coming in the cage is a world champion with a background in Aikido. You never heard that once. Have you ever heard that once? It's for a reason. It's because Jean LaBelle would destroy Steven Seagal. Again, even as old as they are now, if they had like super master division, Gene would still throw it down, man. I'd still put my money on him to this day.
Watch the full-length interview at MMAinterviews.tv.
The story was that Gene LeBell made Steven Seagal shit himself.
So I remembered the question I had. We were talking about basketball, Olympic basketball,
right,
and the Dream Team and whatnot.
Right.
I don't know if you saw it. I'm pretty sure you must have seen it. They were talking about the greatest game ever played, or that no one ever saw, because it was a practice game, and Michael Jordan took half of the team, and Magic Johnson took the other half of the team, and they played against each other.
Sick.
And someone recorded it, and they were calling it like the greatest game ever played, but no one has ever seen it.
Nice.
And they showed footage on it, not the whole game, but they showed some footage of it, and like I think Michael Jordan won, and Magic Johnson was all pissed off.
Magic Johnson was also pissed off because he had AIDS, but
So
not only did you beat me, but I got AIDS.
Did you guys not hear about this?
No, I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, I would look it up if you're interested in. You guys like sports way more than I do.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
See,
we're men.
Wow.
All right.
I've got hair on my chest.
I actually posted
hair
this
everywhere except on your head.
I got.
Very nice, sir. I'll give you that one.
Your
Okay.
fucking elbows, sir.
I posted
No,
this.
I have it on my elbows too. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I was waiting for you guys to finish.
Bottom of your feet too, probably.
A little bit.
So, I posted this video on the Facebook page, and I entitled it "What the fuck." Well, hello. Did you turn off your mic?
Hola.
Okay. Sorry. I heard click, and I thought
it was accidental.
Yeah, this fight, I thought Steve Mazzagatti was a horrible ref. This guy takes the cake. Watch this.
This is amateur?
This is amateur. Pulls guard, gets him in an armbar. I'm going to stop it right there and bring it full screen. Because I forgot. This needs to be brought full screen. I'm going to rewind it just a tad. Keep watching. Guy starts convulsing. Because
the beating he took,
the armbar, he's also got him trapped in a triangle, so he's fucking knocking him out. It could be argued that it was a tap, but they also hit him hard, so it might have been open-handed strikes to the body. Okay, right now we're at 33 seconds since the bell rang. You're only supposed to get a minute between rounds. There's the whistle to say seconds out. There are photographers, officials in the ring, and cornermen. The guy gets up.
Still going?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see round two. Let's hear it for Justin Christie and David Baxter, ladies and gentlemen.
The guy was out.
kept waiting for him to like collapse in the middle of the fight or something.
Mhm.
How the fuck did that fight keep going? There's no way that should have happened.
They always say that that a lot of the early stoppages are because the first and foremost thing is fighter safety.
Right.
The dude convulsed at the end of the first. Why the fuck would you let him continue fighting?
Exactly. Not just convulsions, but he was out.
Yeah, he was out.
And it took him over a minute to even be able to stand up.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no way that fight should have continued. And no one said shit to the referee.
No.
No one said shit.
Fucking ridiculous.
This is how Germany happened. This is how the Nazis happened. No one said anything.
That kind of reminds me of the whole comment of the amateur fighters and the pro fighters. That right there is just one of the reasons they would. I mean, I know that was kind of a pro fight, but not.
It was amateur.
Was it amateur?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's exactly what he was saying. That was a pro fight, but on an amateur level, it's just, we don't have to pay much because this is what you're going to do.
Oh, so you mean that the referee was also an amateur too? I mean, obviously from that clip, but they don't hire just amateur and pro referees.
Well, no. On the amateur rankings, it's about entertainment value and paying as little as possible.
Referee, fighter safety. The dude was convulsing at the end of the first. I've seen fights stopped for less.
Tommy, you're saying he was faking it?
No. I'm saying
he's saying that the ref let him continue
because it was on an amateur level, not a professional level.
They need to keep it going. They need to.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. That's still there's no excuse for that. I mean, I understand they might do that. They might be a little more. Lenient.
I'm not defending it in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that I would think that might be, the only excuse he has, aside from just being an incompetent idiot, would be something like that.
Yeah, that would. I wonder how he would explain himself for that.
Cowboy Cerrone calls out Anthony Pettis.
Can we find out that guy's name and hunt him down?
Actually, his name
is Douchebagus.
His name's like fucking. It's listed on that fucking video.
Yeah, we need to fucking hit him up on Twitter or whatever.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone and Melvin Gillard are set to face each other Saturday for the co-main event of UFC 150 in Denver. The two trained together and became close friends while at Team Jackson Winklejohn in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But their friendship has nothing to do with Cerrone's plans to come fight night. Quote, I plan to win. I will fight him, and yes, he is my brother, but I want to get paid, and I will go through anyone they set before me. Dave, stupid question. You will be on the plane during our show Sunday night. Incorrect. I leave Monday afternoon. I leave Monday at 2:50 p.m. Pacific.
You get there Sunday.
And I get there Sunday. I think my plane will reach 88 miles an hour. I'm getting on the fucking 747 DeLorean.
Well, it's a 747. It's an airplane, so it'll be 888.
Oh yeah. No, I do not leave. I leave San Diego Monday afternoon at 2:50 p.m. I arrive in Connecticut at 12:15 a.m. on Tuesday. So no, Sunday for me is finish packing, and I will still be available for the Lurch and Dom live broadcast, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, diutv.com. I will I will fight him, and yes, he's my brother, but I want to get paid, and I will go through anyone they set before me. As a former cow puncher myself, I asked him if he... Cow puncher. The fuck's a cow puncher, Tommy?
Someone that punches cows?
I have not done it. I asked him to give any more thought on bull riding. Quote, I have not done it in a few years, but I love it and would do it again in a heartbeat. Not under your current contract.
Where did this cow puncher bull riding shit come from? I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know. Most fighters tend to not look past their next fight, but when asked who he was gunning for next, one name immediately jumped to the forefront. Anthony Pettis' bitch ass. Anthony, quit hiding behind your sore shoulder and come to the dance. Well, Pettis' camp accepts Cerrone's challenge. Anthony Pettis' manager Mike Roberts confirmed that Pettis did indeed turn down the fight, but only because of her recent shoulder surgery precluded him from competing at UFC 150. The fighter originally was told that he couldn't get into the cage until October, but that time frame was recently pushed to November. Quote, I've never suggested Cowboy fight anybody. He's definitely not running from Cowboy. Anthony is running for whoever's got the belt, and unfortunately for Cowboy, it's never been him. Fine, Dom. Bye.
See you.
Night, Dom.
Night, Hefe.
But having said that, if Cowboy wins his fight and UFC matchmaker Joe Silva tells us beating him is going to get a title shot, Anthony would gladly accept that fight. According to Cerrone, Pettis was the original opponent he proposed to meet at the August 11th event. He then said he would wait until December to fight Pettis, but Gillard instead took the booking at UFC 150. Well, UFC on Fox, the card this past Saturday, finished second in overall viewership behind only the Olympics.
Wow.
Peaked 2.36 million viewers.
How big of a difference was there, dude?
Huge.
Yeah.
The Olympics had a 70% share. But if not for the Olympics, imagine what that could have been for the Fox rating.
Yeah.
Matt Hamill, the deaf retired fighter, decided that retirement's enough. He will end his retirement and fight at UFC 152.
Deaf and what?
He's deaf. I can't hear. He's deaf.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen him fight once.
Yeah.
Twice,
Yeah, he's a beast.
Not the same guy as the no hands or no arms?
No, not that guy.
Okay.
A 1-year retirement was just enough for light heavyweight Matt the Hammer Hamill, who has opted to resume his fighting career and will compete at UFC 152 on September 22nd. Hamill will meet newcomer Roger Hollett. UFC President Dana White confirmed the move and said the fighters have verbally agreed to fight each other. Hamill, 35, rose to prominence in 2006 during The Ultimate Fighter Season 3. He is deaf, and his struggle to overcome his disability and compete at the highest level of mixed martial arts has earned him a large following. He was featured in a 2010 movie called The Hammer. He's the only man to have a victory over current UFC light heavyweight champion John Jones.
Really?
Though it was a highly controversial win, Jones controlled the entire fight, but was disqualified by referee Steve Mazzagatti for throwing an illegal elbow. Hamill earned knockout of the night bonus versus Mark Munoz and a fight of the night bonus versus both Seth Petrozelli and Keith Jardine, and he also holds wins over Tim Bosch and Tito Ortiz. The dude's a beast.
Wow.
Hamill retired last year following back-to-back losses to Rampage Jackson and Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson.
Gustafsson still fighting?
Oh, yeah. Gustafsson is in the conversation about getting a title shot at 205.
Nice.
Gustafsson's undefeated.
Yeah, I like him. I was just thinking that's got to be fucking weird, man, because it's a like any sporting event, MMA, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of shit going on. This guy hears nothing.
Yeah.
While he's fighting. He can't even hear his own, like if you're engaged in, you've played sports before, if
Yeah.
you're in activity, like there's all kinds of sounds. There's even the sound of your own breath, breathing hard and shit. This poor guy can't hear shit. That fucking sucks. I don't know why that struck me all of a sudden, but that's got to be a very surreal position.
Yeah, and in his fight against Tito Ortiz looked like fucking Frank Mir after Brock Lesnar beat on him. He beat his ass.
Hamburger face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fucking fucked him up.
Do you know if he was born deaf or did he?
He was born deaf.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, then that's probably. I wonder, like, if you go deaf, like, you probably never get used to that. Right?
Yeah, everything is, from my understanding, is infinitely more difficult if you have a sense and then you lose it, as opposed to just never having it.
Yeah, that's rough. But goddamn, what a fucking beast.
Yeah. That dude's a he's a fucking beast. All right, give me a second. I've actually got to go to the bathroom so bad right now.
Well, at least he lost to good guys, Rampage and Gustafsson.
Yeah.
He went out,
There it is. Okay. And we'll put that there. Cool. Awesome. All right. Next story. Alistair Overeem talking a whole lot of shit.
Otra vez.
Quote, I think he's afraid to fight me. He was happy that the last fight on May 26th didn't happen against us. I approached him at the UFC Fighter Summit in Vegas and said, let's do it. Let's prove something to the world and let's fight. Then he suddenly acted like he didn't understand English and how he fights. I was waiting for that reaction.
Holy shit. That's fabulous. I love it.
And how he wants to fight Kane first. The fact of the matter is, I'm the number one heavyweight in the world, and if he wants to be the number one heavyweight, he has to come through me. First, he wants to fight Cain Velasquez, and now me. Talk all you want. Come into the octagon. I will immediately say yes. Give me and the fans what they want. But he's expecting that fight not to happen. I would welcome that fight and want it to happen. I would say yes every time to that fight. Junior, give me and the fans and the UFC what they want. You've already fought Kane. That would just be another win. And I love that line. But a win over me would give you the number 1 spot. Without a win over me, they'll always question your championship. So bring it to the table, my friend. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think Dos Santos could beat Overeem?
No. No, when Dos Santos first won his title, I immediately said he will not survive his first title defense.
Do you think Cain Velasquez could beat Overeem?
Possibly.
Yeah.
But Cain Velasquez needs to stick to his game plan for wrestling and not try and stand with an Olympic caliber fucking boxer.
Yeah.
But Tommy's got to go.
I have to go. I have to go get some sleep before work.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
unemployed
Adios,
bastard.
everybody.
Oh, yeah. I get to watch that fucking... That looks funny the second time.
Yeah.
All right.
Later, Tommy.
And then, I don't know if I'm going to see you before I leave.
Probably not.
All right, well then. Yeah, see you when I get back. All right. Misha Tate calls for a rematch with Ronda Rousey.
Oh, I don't think I saw that fight.
The chick fight?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll watch it when we go off the air.
Okay.
Kung Lee versus Rich Franklin will headline UFC on Fuel in Macau on November 10th.
Get to see Kung Lee at least one more time.
Yeah, and it's not a pay-per-view.
And it's not a pay-per-view. Excellent.
Lorenzo Fertitta says the promotional crossover fight between longtime UFC heavyweight Frank Mir and Strikeforce Grand Prix winner Daniel Cormier is a one-time situation.
Oh.
Not a sign of things to come. Quote, you're not going to see more of it. This is just a one-time thing.
Just because they're getting rid of the weight class.
Yeah.
Right?
And this is an interesting one. This is a couple nights ago. A lot of reports on Twitter from a lot of reputable sources. Karen Bryant reports, quote, Dana White says that Junior Dos Santos has been telling him how badly he wants to put the hurt on Overeem. Dana White says, we'll see. Ariel Helwani reports, Junior Dos Santos told Dana yesterday he has respect for Cain, but he doesn't want to fight him. He wants to knock out Overeem because he's been acting like a punk.
Knock out Overeem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not happening. Last person to knock out Overeem, I believe. Well, in anything, the last person to knock out Overeem was Badr Hari, but Badr Hari's a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
Literally.
How long ago was that?
2 years ago.
2 years.
Or 3 years ago now.
Okay.
But it was in a K1 fight.
Yeah.
And Badr Hari is a murderer of a kickboxer.
Yeah.
All right. August, time for upcoming MMA events. August 11th, which is Saturday, UFC 150, Henderson versus Edgar 2 for the UFC lightweight title. Also, Donald Cerrone, Melvin Gillard, Jake Shields versus Ed Herman, and Dennis Bermudez versus Tommy Hayden. August 18th, Strikeforce, Ronda Rousey versus Sarah Kaufman for the Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight Championship. Jacare Souza versus Derek Brunson, and Misha Tate versus Julie Kedzie. 2 women's fights. That will be here in San Diego. I won't be here in San Diego.
You won't be here on Saturday?
Next Saturday, no.
Oh, that's next Saturday.
Yeah,
not this
the
Saturday.
18th.
Okay. No, August 11th. Is that one? That one's this Saturday, right?
That's this Saturday.
Okay. Is that? I was gonna ask you about that. Is that free or no?
No, it's a pay-per-view, but I'll probably bootleg if you want to come over.
Yeah, that's what I was going towards.
All right.
I was gonna ask if Jamie.
No one will probably be getting that fight.
Okay. Well, we can bootleg it.
We can bootleg it.
Fuck yeah.
September 1st, UFC 151, Jones versus Henderson for the UFC light heavyweight title. Jake Ellenberger was originally supposed to face Josh Koscheck. Ooh. Josh Koscheck actually has a bulging disc in his back, has been pulled from the card, will be replaced by Jay Heron, who's been on an 11-fight winning streak since leaving the UFC 7 years ago.
I'd rather see Koscheck, but that's not a bad replacement. I
Yeah.
guess. So, yeah.
Cal Noak versus Charlie Brenneman, and Shane Roller versus Jacob Volkman. I really don't care about Shane Roller or Jacob Volkman, but the last 2 times Jacob Volkman's won in the UFC, he has had Secret Service called on him.
What?
Making remarks about the president, about how he should get beat on.
I remember one incident. You said he's had 2?
He's had 2.
Yeah. I remember talking about that.
Yeah. September 22nd, UFC 152, Benavidez versus Johnson for the UFC Flyweight Championship. This was also supposed to be the event where BJ Penn faced Rory McDonald. Rory McDonald caught a bad elbow from GSP in practice, has 48 stitches in his eyebrow, and has been pulled from the card.
40? How do you?
It was a hell of an elbow. fucking, and it's dual layer stitched.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's the same thing that happened with this scar right here. I had 7 in and 8 out. It was a total of 15, but they had to stitch the inside too.
Oh my god! So like, does it go down to the bone or?
I don't know if it goes like all the way to the bone, but you're fucking getting in there.
That's creeping me out.
Yeah. Also on this event, this is a pretty good card. Michael Bisping, Brian Stan.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a big one. Matt Hamill versus Roger Hollett, and Primo's favorite fighter, Cub Swanson versus Charles Oliveira.
Fuck that guy and his shitty tattoos.
September 29th, UFC on Fuel TV. Struve versus Miocic from Nottingham, England. Which means Nottingham, which means Dan Hardy will be fighting on that card against Mimir Sadala. Che Mills versus Dwayne Ludwig, and Andy Ogle versus Akira Kurosani. Akira Kurosani was a fucking murderer on the Ultimate Fighter a couple seasons ago, but he hasn't been able to fight since because he got injured.
So this is his first?
This will be his first. This will be his UFC debut.
Sweet.
And I'm waiting to see it. October 5th, UFC on FX. Brown versus Bigfoot. That's Tim Papa Brown versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva. Also, Matt Mitrione versus Rob Broughton. Carlo Prater versus Marcus Levasseur. John Dotson versus Jusir Da Silva. And Louis Godino versus Darren Oyinayama. October 13th, UFC 153. Jose Aldo versus Eric Koch. For the UFC featherweight title, this will be in Brazil. Matches announced are some big ones. Wow. Vitor Belfort versus Alan Belcher. Rampage Jackson versus Glover Teixeira.
Ooh.
Glover Teixeira is opening up as a 2-1 favorite.
Fuck.
Eric Silva versus John Fitch. Damian Maia versus Rick the Horror Story. And Gabriel Gonzaga versus Geronimo dos Santos. No relation to the heavyweight champion.
Never heard of that guy.
I've never heard of him either, but I want to see Gabriel Gonzaga fight.
Is Aldo Koch?
It is a title fight.
Title fight.
Yeah. Okay. And that is mixed martial arts. We're going to jump into his 2-song break because I've got to go to the bathroom. 5 a.m. with Untie Your Weave.
5 a.m. always with the brilliant song titles.
And and Deuce Bug with Stress Love. Well, that's who we are, kind of. But Tommy's no longer here.
Wow.
You are watching the Rusty Razor podcast on DIU TV.
He's going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go untie my weave.
Stupid bitch, untie your weave. It's not your hair, why you trying to deceive? Your pussy hangs low like a wizard's sleeve. Every bitch be begging and frontin'. Stupid bitch, untie your weave. It's not your hair, why you trying to deceive? Your pussy hangs low like a wizard's sleeve. Every bitch be begging and frontin'.
Yo, on the real, who are you beefing with?
Weaves, loose pussy and stretch marks. Artificial wings, I'm about to get to the best part. Walking in the club 20 times a month. Different haircuts, looking like the Brett's Testio cunt. I see these women with the trunk cut, knowing it's fake. Marvel missing Mary Jake and no one debate. I'm talking overs on your melon. Who's selling these women follicles that fucked up your nugget and got you looking diabolical? Hideous, thinking you the prettiest god. I never want to see your face like Dr. Claw. Do all your work and now we turning out hits. Listen, I don't gotta look good just to make fun of you, bitch. See, I'm a dick and I'll admit it. The kid will start beef. Cause whatever's on your head got a pulse and a heartbeat. Dog beat the regime and echo like a ravine. Clap twice. If it clap back, I'm leaving the scene, please. Stupid bitch, untie your weave. It's not your hair, why you trying to deceive? Your pussy hangs low like the wizard's sleeve. Every bitch be begging and frontin'. Stupid bitch, untie your weave. It's not your hair, why you trying to deceive? Your pussy hangs low like the wizard's sleeve. Every bitch be begging and frontin'.
I might be over your head, but you be under my bed. Fuck you from the back, bitch, while I be shaving your head. Pussy hair's naughty just like a Jamaican thread. Get your crotch right, bitch. Shit's disturbing. Claiming you a virgin when your cunt lips are open, flapping like some curtains. Just keeping it real. You could be at the club, but don't stand with me. Never a pity. A girl taking a weave off and looking like 50. A Halle Berry's character in New Jack City. Burnt ass lips like Whitney. Face corroded like the inside of my kidney. Straight disgusting like the vagina of Britney. No feelings for you, so I have to be clear. Cause below your waist is looking like Freeway's beard. And I got what it takes to rock the mic right, yeah. Crotch with a face is not what I like, yeah.
Stupid bitch, untie your weave. It's not your hair, why you trying to deceive? Your pussy hangs low like the wizard's sleeve. Every bitch be begging and frontin'. Stupid bitch,
get your entire weave. It's not your hair, why you trying to deceive? Your pussy hangs low like the wizard's sleeve. Every bitch be, every bitch be, every bitch be faking and frontin'. Ho.
Where my ladies at? Yeah. You best believe you my best pet peeve. Feel like I don't exist like sweater vest sleeves. Slipping like a red Corvette on wet leaves. Sweating like I'm jetting like on 7 jet leaves. Yes, please. You my sexy fresh breeze. From the start wear my heart on my record sleeve. Yes, indeed. Paying dues, debts, and fees. No regrets, but this sex is reckless. Gee, it's black ops, I'm smashing padlocks. Chastity and abstinence are blasphemous thoughts. Alpha brass tactics, blunts and back shots. Drop it like it's hot, Bangkok capital stocks. Kinda like a natural gas cash crop. Ready to explode the moment the match drop. This the last stop, last call, last shot. To plot, I lay the law like Matlock. The defense rests, is dense stress, defenseless, and they transmit like some sexy text messages. Vex emptiness, senseless sexiness. Hectic steady, I'm ready to end this negligence. It might be dangerous. It's stress love. I can't depend on it. It might be dangerous. It's stress love. It's stress love. Bombastic, Mr. Full Blastic. Passive aggressive, stretch it like elastic. Stressing, yes, it's getting kinda drastic. It's stress love. I confess it's kinda graphic. Yo, I'm all about health and wellness, not wealth and hellness. The realness, never dwell, forever embellish. I'm never stealth, do for self, but never selfish. Protect like the exoskeleton of a shellfish. Helter skeltish, Celtic spell wishes. Cutie giving me cooties and sickle cell kisses. This is what bliss is, little miss vicious. Delicious, licking while my fiddlestick thickens. Flipping scripts, nibble lips, flip switches. Oliver Twist and Pip, Pickwick, Dickens. We're inflicting sickness, slim pickings. Finger licking, lickety split, my skin twitches. Tripping, thinking, triple prism blinking. Linking, catching affection, my pen's inking. A brink shrink rapping, polar caps sinking. A solar trap surpassed the flash drinking. It might be dangerous. It's stress love. I can't depend on it. It might be dangerous. It's stress love. It's stress love. Yeah. It's like he's your boyfriend and I'm your toy friend. The scenario's got the shelf life of soy blend. And when it turns out this candle's burned out, it's either cause your conscience crept or the words out. He's your boyfriend and I'm your toy friend. Scenario's got the shelf life of soy blend. It turns out this candle's burned out. It's either cause your conscience crept or the words out. Either way the consequences blurred out. But at least I'll never say that I was never heard out. And at least you'll never say you was never turned out. Yeah. The pressure in my chest, measuring my stress love. The pressure in my chest, measuring my stress love. The pressure in my chest, measuring my stress love. The pressure in my chest, measuring my stress. It might be dangerous. It's stress love. I can't depend on it. It might be dangerous. It's stress love. It's stress love.
$10 p.m. out here on the Pacific Coast, and it's time to wrap things up. As Primo taps, tap, tap,
actually talking. It's just Morse code.
Oh. Well, the only one I remember, obviously is
SOS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only one I remember by heart.
Anywho.
Yeah, anywho. Friend us, find us, fan us, like us on Facebook.
Apparently, people have been doing that. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot to... I wanted to mention that after the second break, or after the first break. At current count, and this was only... we only did this episode a couple weeks ago. Our current total views for the last episode of the Rusty Razor podcast is 112.
Now, here's my question: is that people
do repeat viewers count? I don't think so.
No, my question was actually: is that people tuning into a significant portion of the show, or is that people like listening for 5 minutes and be like, "Oh, this is stupid," and then close the window?
Oh, I don't care. I think it's that, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
If we grab your attention for 3 seconds, shit.
3 seconds is good enough.
Yeah.
Huh? Do you put tags on it? Is that how people are finding it, or how do you think?
Well, I don't put like a whole bunch of tags. I usually just put like Wow. Okay. Wow. Let's check this out.
What is this?
Let me bring up see if anyone else does what. Nope. Okay. Let me bring up Desktop Presenter.
Okay.
And this is actually the stats based on country from where they've viewed us.
What?
Yeah.
We have international viewers?
Yeah. We of the 112 views, only 41 of them are from this great country we call America.
America.
Yeah. So
yeah.
so let's bring this back up. Split screen presenter.
America.
Actually, it's okay, let's bring that full screen cuz there you go.
Okay.
All right. So 41 for the US, 13 for an unknown region.
What the fuck? That's from space. That's from the moon.
Fucking the Curiosity rover that landed on Mars carried episode 22 of the Rusty Razor podcast.
There's fucking little green men underneath the surface of Mars listening to our shit.
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates.
Who the fuck has internet in Saudi Arabia? They're listening to us on dial-up.
Some Olympians are watching us from the United Kingdom. Some terrorists are watching us from Pakistan.
Right.
Some Indians are watching us from India.
Wow.
3 Canadians, 3 Dutch people.
Love you, Canadians.
2 people from Paraguay. 2 Australians. Good eye. 2 Germans.
2 Germans. Heil.
2 people who like turkey.
I'm getting in trouble for that.
2 Kuwaitis. 1
1
Belgian person, so that's probably Jean-Claude Van Damme. Someone from Algeria.
I don't even know where half these countries are.
Someone from Spain. Serbia.
Hola, señor.
Malaysia. Oman.
Where's
Egypt. Oman is in Africa.
Oh.
Northern Africa. Right over there by Egypt. Tunisia, Indonesia, and a Polak.
No Ukrainians. I'm disappointed.
No Ukrainians.
I am disappointed. We need Ukrainians.
In Maharashtra, podcast views you.
Yes. That was amazing. I love that. Oh shit. We need to make one of those.
It was just like yesterday when the I forget what the premise was. But we mentioned pizza in concentration camps. You're like they didn't have pizza in concentration, and I said, well, maybe not pizza, but they sure had ovens.
Yes, they did, and you fucking threw that out there without missing a beat.
Yeah, about
glorious.
Primo damn near fell off the couch.
Yeah, I wish we would have said that louder because it was glorious.
I don't know how many people I would have offended with that.
It was all white people.
Well, I don't know. I didn't know because I know who Brad is. I don't know,
Well,
but I mean, if it wasn't for Brad and his old lady, I wouldn't have. I probably would have blurted it out loud.
Yeah, they look more Germanic than Jewish.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Crazy nose.
Shylock nose. You can take fuck that line from American History X. Fuck you and your Shylock nose. I'll cut your Shylock nose off and shove it up your ass.
Oh god, do you have that movie?
Yes, I do. You want to borrow it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I was gonna ask it if you had it on,
I have it on DVD.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to borrow that.
All
I haven't
right.
seen that since last time I watched it, VHS.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is diutv.com, or unless you're watching it on YouTube, you should go to diutv.com. There's a lot of things you can do there. There was no Ask DIUTV tonight, which is weird. Oh, wait. Actually, hold on. I actually don't know if that last statement is true.
Are there two different shows?
No, AskDIUTV.com is where they ask us questions, and we answer them.
Oh,
that's on the website.
No one asks us questions?
No, apparently no one asks us questions because Dom didn't send me anything.
God damn you, Poland and Turkey and all you other countries.
Yeah, fucking you guys. The 6 people in the United Kingdom are too busy, watching the Olympics. Damn bastard! But at least they watched us.
Do you know the medal count?
I can go pull the medal count.
Yeah, let's see if the United Kingdom is.
I know Andy Murray fucking thumped on what the hell?
Diving? What is it? I don't know these.
That marks some never be
tennis?
missed. Oh yeah, Andy Murray thumped on Roger Federer.
Oh, that's right. That was a few days ago.
Yeah, and that was awesome to watch, especially since he beat him with 2 straight aces.
And they had the guy that won. What was his name? Andrew Murray?
Andy Murray?
Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had lost to Federer
at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
And on the same court, a few months later, for his country, he won the gold.
He won, yeah. Now,
he thumped his skull for him.
Which one of those victories was more significant or more important?
I think the gold medal
is more important than Wimbledon.
The Olympics only happen every 4 years, and they don't always happen in your home country.
True. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, medal count. Where's it at? Medals. Here we go.
All right. It's always like an extra bonus to have it.
All right,
our home country.
Current medal count: United States has a total of 81.
Overall, we're winning.
China has more gold, but that's because they fucking thumped everyone in swimming or diving, rather.
Oh, diving.
In Mother Russia, you medal. I don't know.
Medal wins you.
Medal wins you. Russia's got 52. The United Kingdom's got 48.
Now, here's a question related to that: is who has the most athletes? Coming to the Olympics, because
the United States by far.
So that plays a role in that. That doesn't necessarily mean we're dominant.
Right.
It means we have more people.
Right.
Competitors.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain that the United States has the most by far. Like here, I'll even look it up.
Because and some of those countries are super small. I mean, how many Olympians are gonna come out of Kenya or some super small little country in North Africa?
All right. Where is it at?
And also not just that, but also certain countries that might put more importance. Like the U.S. definitely puts a lot of importance into sports and training, and from elementary school probably.
Maybe the Chinese, I think, might have a little bit more dedication than the Americans for Olympic sports.
Yeah.
Because it's like pretty much like almost from the time they could do anything.
Have you seen those crazy pictures that someone posted about?
Yeah, about how the Chinese athlete fucking. Yeah.
Is that real or is that like a troll?
It's probably real.
Yeah, I saw it, but I wasn't sure if it was meant to be. I didn't know if it was Photoshop or if it was a real thing.
That's what happens when you're born in a third world country.
Those kids are like their faces are in pain. You can tell they're in pain.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up. But in Russia, on the other hand, I can see Russia probably starting to inject their athletes with steroids at like 14. I think Arnold actually started taking steroids around 14, 15, I think. So. Yeah.
Arnold. All right. Okay. Well, here, we'll just go to the fucking 2000 Summer Olympics. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
All right. It's probably they got to be listed on here.
Having trouble finding it though. Huh?
Yeah. Public transport, financing, volunteers, ticketing, countdown, medals, torch relay, opening ceremony, closing ceremony. Closing ceremony is on the 12th. So
I think the Olympic torch went out for a little bit.
Oh, really? No.
I heard about it in passing on Philly D mentioned it.
Huh.
I don't know the details of it though.
Well, if it's Philly D said it, it's got to be true because it matters to him. The United States sent 530.
Wow. That's quite a bit.
Sorted by number of athletes. Oh, here we go.
Sweet. Is that it's not totals though? It's divided by sports. By what sport?
Show country. Show. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Number of athletes. Oh, Great Britain.
Really? What is it?
Even though they're the home country, I didn't think they fucking would have more than the States.
Well, not by much, but
yeah, only by 11.
Yeah.
Wow. Russia, 436.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was 436 athletes still alive in Russia.
And Russia's not even, it's not the huge country.
Yeah, it's not the Soviet Union.
This
is just Russia. I mean, Russia's still a huge fucking country, but it's the biggest country in landmass, but not nearly as big as it used to be.
But the reputation they have for the amount of poverty and
right.
the amount of
vodka drinks you. Who sent the least?
You're talking about a country that at one point was starving so much that they had to eat each other.
Yeah,
kids would die and the parents would cook them up.
Somalia sent 2.
Really? What about Ethiopia?
Ethiopia. Let's see.
Ethiopia
independent Olympic athletes 4.
Oh, really? You can do that?
Don't even fucking enter a fucking.
I didn't even know you could do that.
These athletes are from the former Netherlands Antilles and the newly formed state of South Sudan. Oh, well, okay.
What does Cayman Islands fall under? U.S.?
No, I think Cayman Islands would have their own.
Their own country?
Yeah, they've got 5.
Oh, nice.
Samoa, the American Samoa's got 5. Bangladesh has got 5. Haiti's got 5.
I was curious about Ethiopia and Kenya because those are like
fucking
probably
runners.
All runners, right? Yeah. All runners. I saw the women's marathon and they had 2 Kenyans were like at the head of the pack, but they ended up not winning.
Kenya has 47. Okay. Ethiopia has 35.
Not bad.
India, the second most populous country in the world, has 83.
Dude. Those people fucking live off a head of cauliflower a day. Yeah. Like, how do you...
It's 1 billion people.
Yeah. Like, you have to be really born into a good situation.
Yeah. The Ukraine's got 237.
They got a lot of good gymnasts, right?
Yeah. They got 218 Polacks.
We gotta hit up someone in the Ukraine to listen to us, because...
You must fucking... Das Festnas! Punk.
Are you okay?
No. Please, we don't generally broadcast other shows, but if you have Fuel TV, please watch Strangers in Danger.
It's hilarious.
It's because I mean you can totally tell it's a hybrid of a bunch of shows, but I love the way they do it, and I love the guys they have on it.
The guys they have are hilarious.
Yeah,
they're great.
It's a mix of Jackass, Wild Boys, and Dirty Jobs.
And I was I was never a fan of Wild Boys too much, but
I mean, I liked Steve-O's antics, but like fucking some of his stupid stunts, it's like, eh.
Yeah.
But these guys are just like it's funny. It's not all fucking toilet humor.
There's definitely a little bit of maybe No Reservations with Anthony Bourdain, because they actually go visit around places in the country and stuff like that. So
North Korea's got 51 compared to South Korea's 245.
Wow. North Korea is best Korea.
But communist China's got 380. Wow.
Still a communist?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Is that they're still reigning?
Yeah. If you're not red, you're dead.
Are they the only ones?
Cuba,
I guess.
Cuba and North Korea. North Korea is hella communist.
Okay.
Well,
Cuba is like...
Hong Kong's got 42. There's 37 Jews there.
Wait. You already know what I'm thinking. I thought Hong Kong was a city in China.
It is a city, but it is actually its own municipality. It's the property of China. But it's like saying El Cajon is its own government and is not part of the United States. It's kind of that small, but it's that economically huge. Yeah, Hong Kong is a city. Country? Hong Kong is its own country and its own city.
What?
And it's part of China, but it's its own.
So
it's not sovereign. But and speaking of sovereignty, happy 50th anniversary to the we're not quite independent, but we call ourselves independent country of Jamaica. Jamaica became.
I thought they were attached to Australia.
No. Jamaica is a constitutional monarchy of England. The Queen of England is also the Queen of Canada and the Queen of Jamaica. Yes.
I had no idea.
Yeah. They're still under a government monarchy, or a democratic monarchy, but or a democratic parliament, or
Parliament. That sounds about right.
Yeah, maybe.
So, I'm sure the Queen has representatives in Jamaica and in Canada, right?
Yeah. And see,
he doesn't travel around.
And in Jamaica,
see the Queen of England hanging out in Jamaica.
And Jamaica became its own official sovereignty and independent country on August 6th of 1962.
Wow. Congrats.
So they said, but they don't, like I said, we're independent, but we're not, because they really don't want to break all ties with the United Kingdom.
Right.
And it's understandable, because hey, guess what? You're still part of the United Kingdom, so you get those benefits.
They
I
want
guess.
the benefits, but they don't want to have to deal with them.
Right. So it's like Puerto Rico.
And women.
Wow. Wow.
So really, Hong Kong is its own.
I'll look it up.
Country, so
I'll bring it up.
I was gonna mention it's kind of like Vatican City.
All right.
It's its own country, right? The Vatican is its own country.
Yes, the Vatican is actually the smallest country in the world.
Yeah, so it's that kind of.
Well, no. Vatican has the smallest population in the world. Oh. I think Liechtenstein is the smallest country by area.
It was a city. So, but it's a kind of similar situation.
Yeah, Hong Kong is one of two special administrative regions of the People's Republic of China, the other being Macau. It is situated on China's south coast and enclosed by the Pearl River Delta. And keep in mind, up until January 1st, 1999, it was under British rule. Hong Kong, with a whole bunch of Chinese people, was owned by Great Britain.
The Brits, dude, they've probably owned at one time or another just about everything under the sun.
Did you see the Queen meme?
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh man, such a fucking worthy meme, and I'll show it to the people.
Okay. All right. And just as you were saying, I was asking about the Vatican, and then my next question was, are there any athletes from the Vatican? And then in my head, I saw the Pope pole vaulting with his fucking robes flying everywhere.
There is no delegation from the Vatican.
There should be. Well, no, molesting isn't an Olympic sport, so abusing little boys isn't an Olympic sport, so the Vatican will not participate.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking bring this to desktop presenter.
She's looking raggedy and old, man.
Well, she is old. She's been on the throne for 60 years now.
She's been old, but she looked, a little healthy before. Now she's starting to look like the fall is coming, dude. The end is fucking nigh.
Look at all these.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's loud. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, they took over most of the world, huh?
America. Yeah. America.
Wow. Shit. No, forget it. I'll remember later.
Okay.
A certain movie I was gonna tell you about.
Okay. Back to wrapping things up.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was an hour ago.
Yeah.
We were wrapping up.
Tune into the Lurch and Dom live broadcast Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Reaching the Angry Pirate, go to youtube.com/therealdoitup. If you're over on diutv.com, click over on Ask DIUTV on the left-hand side and ask us a question, and we'll answer it. OFNR is back on the air Mondays, Nation of Decimation, 8 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, Ron Zombie's Wrestling Wednesday nights. Lurch is also a host on there. That's also 8 p.m. Eastern. And Thursday, Chaos, 8 p.m. Eastern. New Media Evolved. Go to ofnrstudios.com, actionfiguretherapy.com, blackroseminerals.com.
Our sister makes makeup. Please buy some so we can keep the lights on.
You don't want to end up like Joe. ND Entertainment and BankingBad.com, largerthanliferockstar.com. And thank you to Lurch, our random news retriever. Now, something has been a staple on the show since our first episode and all the way until last week. Well, I think it's time to retire Puro Cachanilla.
Oh. Really?
It actually comes up as it's copyrighted material, so it actually prevents me from looking at all the stats.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So it's like, fuck, I can't pull up demographics and shit.
So what are we replacing it with?
Well, we're probably gonna do a rotation of different songs.
Oh, okay.
And since AJ is the newest member of the Lurch and Dom live broadcast, we're gonna play one from his band, which is In the Red. Go to facebook.com/getinthered.
Rock band, metal band.
Rock band.
Rap band.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap up episode number 23 of the RRP. Primo and Tommy will not be back on the air until at least September the 6th.
Oh, are we going into exile?
Yeah,
Vanished.
you guys are going into exile. I will be broadcasting at least one episode.
You're leaving. You're abandoning.
I'm leaving. Because I leave for Connecticut on Monday. I'll be broadcasting at least one episode out there. I was thinking of 2, but if I do 2, that's episode number 25, and I want to have the 25th with you guys.
Oh, that'll be special. That should just be you and me.
Yeah. Yeah, screw Tommy.
We'll get some candles.
Man love.
Some man love. Sweet, sweet man love.
Playing nothing but Barry White in the background.
Barry White.
Let me tell you something, baby. Dun. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Keep it tuned to diutv.com for updates on all your shows. The next time you'll see me is in Connecticut. And, yeah, I think that's about it. Primo, you got anything else?
You got? How long is your flight?
6 hours and 25 minutes. It's a total travel time of 6 hours and 25 minutes.
Make sure you get a good seat because your big ass legs are gonna.
Yeah, I've actually already done early bird check-in, so
that's right.
So I'll be somewhere within the first 30 people to get on.
You'll be after the people with kids and the paraplegics.
Yeah. Goddamn cripples. This is In the Red Till the Day I Die. This has been the Rusty Razor Podcast on DAU TV. Good night.
Adios.
Till the day you die.